Hello, good evening, and welcome to Angry Welshman Productions. I'm joined tonight by Sam of Blastpipe Productions.
Good evening.
And for the first time during these virtual footplate runs, I'm actually standing up at my desk, which is really novel.
Oh.
I've bought one of those standing desks.
Yeah. So while Reese is standing at his desk, I am reclining on my back at my usual highly professional streaming posture of my bed.
Oh, there we are. So while I'm standing up at the controls, Sam's chilling out and having...
Sam's literally sleeping on the job.
So before we start, J Laws has said, I don't think I've ever seen an AWP BPP stream start early ever. So there you go. That's
well. In our defence, we have started streaming early before. We've just normally then encountered an hour's worth of problems before we actually go anywhere.
Exactly. We have been early, just always end up with problems. So just before we do get going, I'd like to just point out we're going to follow Timetable B, and I'll just very quickly bring that up on the screen. Look at this on the screen, we've even got a timetable up. So we're going to follow Timetable B, we're going to depart Kidderminster at 10 o'clock, heading for Bridgnorth. Right, back to the video, which is that one. I hope everybody can see the screen, they can see Train Simulator, they can see or hear Sam. Just give us a shout if you can. Everybody in the chat, can you hear me? Can you hear Sam okay? I'm just going to reverse this because we do have to take on water.
Righto.
No.
Oh.
And it's going well already.
You meant to do that, you've stopped just in the right place.
I'll tell you what, let's just try it. Let's press T and see what happens.
Have you tried opening the tank cap?
Do you have to do that? Oh, it's filling.
Oh, that's alright then.
Okay, so I'm actually putting water down the chimney. So we're filling the inside, the flues of the boiler and the firebox with water, but it's working in game and that's what counts. So, tonight everybody, we are driving the PLD, Precision Loco Developments, new 5700 Pannier tank, number 7714, on the Severn Valley Railway.
Worth mentioning, the PLD is the new name for Bossman Games.
That's right.
Just for anyone that's wondering who PLD is and where they've come from.
Something I very quickly want to mention about this loco is that Jordan sent me his version where he included a set of headboards for his upcoming, Footplate Experience Pack. Unfortunately, 10 minutes before the live stream, we weren't able to get it to work, so that's why we don't have a headboard on today. And also, there was an issue with the Pannier tank. We're going to go through, the whole pack, but very briefly, there was a little issue with the shed codes for this particular loco, I believe, in the scripting, which I think is an issue that they're sorting out. So I very cheekily added my own shed code to the loco. And I know that's not as it should be, but I don't care. It looks good. Right. So
Your internet's really good now, Reese, isn't it?
It is. In the game,
the screen's like only a few seconds behind.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my internet is a lot better than it used to be. It's not perfect, but I do need to get some new cabling for it. But it does seem to be a lot better. Right, we're on that road there, so we need to pull forward. Let's get going.
Once we're hooked on at stock, I'll have to have a fiddle around with controls to remember how it works again.
Well, you for your job, you shovel coal in there, and that boils the water to make steam.
Well, I know how the steam engine works, I just don't know how the shovel works.
You hold F to open the door, and then you hold up the R key, and you've got to hold it down. Now, from what I've understood about this Pannier tank so far, is it's quite hungry. So...
Well, my memories of this particular Pannier tank are chasing it around on the Worth Valley with a giant rubber paddle and beating out all the fires it set off.
Again, that sounds about right.
Michael will remember this if he's watching. 50th anniversary gala on Keighley and Worth Valley Railway, where me and Michael met for the first time. We're at the Mound. Aye, we were at the Mound at Oakworth. We were watching it go past. I think it would double heading with either. And in the time it took for the train to pass us and us to cross over to the other side of the line where an ember from the chimney had fallen, the fire had spread beyond what we could put out by stamping it and whacking it. It spread up the whole bank, and I think me and Michael spent about 4 or 5 hours trying to put it out. Oh, that was fun.
So you became honorary firefighter.
Well, you know stations have fire buckets,
You used them all, did you?
and the signal box at Demems has fire buckets. Well, we ended up using the buckets from Demems and Oakworth, and getting the train to stop on the way down and put the slacker hose on it. But they could only reach about halfway up the bank before hose ran out of oomph.
Oh yeah. Right, real
Yeah, Michael's joined the chat, he says he remembers.
And Jordan is in the chat, and Epic Bastard is in the chat. Hello, chaps. Oh, Epic Chris is leaving us, apparently. He's got to go to the airport. Don't crash too hard. Well, we'll try not to. So right now we're backing down onto our train at Kidderminster station.
You know, I can say I've been to the Severn Valley now.
Oh yeah, you went there not long ago, didn't you? Oop.
Yeah, we went for the first train at day and it broke down just outside of Kidderminster.
Excellent, that's what I like to hear.
It were, I can't remember what, I think it were class 40.
Oh right, yeah.
And we probably got, in fact, it were a bridge that we got to. Oh dear.
Nailed
It
it.
were a bridge we got to.
Completely
I'll
nailed
point it out when we go past. Yeah, you squeeze it.
Let's see. Do you know what? Couldn't have been better, mate. Couldn't have been better. Right, so we could change our thingies now.
Do we want to take the lamp off the back and all?
I was actually really competent, and I actually put a tail lamp on. There we are.
Not entirely sure why you put a mainline one on, but
Well, because that's the only one it had. Let's just check. Do we? Yeah, we got a tail lamp there. That's good.
hey, are we guarding as well?
We're not supposed to be, but for train sim, yeah, pretty much. Standard 4 or standard 5, I can never tell the difference. I'm pretty sure it's a standard 5. Right, here we are. So, just very briefly while we get ready to go. In fact, let's just put
What time is it?
It is 54, so we've got 5 minutes till we're going.
Right, while you're having a fiddle round, I'll test out all my controls and make sure everything works and I can do stuff.
Go on, you have a little fiddle with your controls, and I'll talk
Also,
to the live stream for a minute. So the reason
if
that
anyone knows
Go on.
what the fire mass I need to keep it at is, please let me know, because if not, yeah, it could be interesting.
Well, you're going to have to keep quite a decent fire because we got a Loade 7 on.
I'll be right.
So we got quite a sizable, trainer Mark 1s here. The Pannier tank, we know that the Pannier tank can handle it, but can we handle it? That's the question.
No. Next question.
Yeah, there we are. So I'd just like to give a very brief explanation about what's going on and why we're doing this live stream tonight. Well, first and foremost, it's the new PLD Pannier tank, and I wanted to stream that since it came out, and I've wanted to get back into streaming as well, so now is a good chance to have a go. And also, as a lot of you probably know, in the last week, I think it was actually 2 days ago, the Severn Valley Railway experienced a landslide between Hampton Loade and Bridgnorth station. An embankment and a bridge have actually been destroyed, which is not great, as you can imagine. It's going to be quite a significant cost for the Severn Valley Railway to rebuild the line at a time when the Severn Valley is actually already really struggling for funds and for its, well, basically just fighting for its life, if you think about it, given the way that the world is right now. The cost of living crisis, cost of fuel, the fuel crisis is bad enough. So with this live stream, if you do decide to donate anything, I'm running it as an unofficial fundraiser. So if you do decide that you'd like to donate, there is a link in the chat in the section below the video, and you can find the link to the resilience page for the Severn Valley Railway, and you can make a donation there. If anybody does donate via super chats to this live stream, what I'll do is when YouTube does pay me out, I'll just make a donation from here direct to the resilience fund. But you must understand that YouTube will take a cut of that. So if you can donate directly to the Severn Valley Railway, it's better for them. So at a few points through the live stream, we'll go back over all of that. Sackcard says they won't get miffed by that. Well, I hope not. I mean, I know I haven't asked anyone about doing a fundraiser, but at the end of the day, all I'm asking you to do is to donate money to their fund. I don't want to be taking money myself. If I get given it through the live stream, then like I said, I'll donate it directly to the resilience fund.
Just
Sam,
a quick one, Reece.
Very quickly going to check the time because we got
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
I'm glad you picked a Great Western loco.
Why is that?
Because it means I can actually see all the stuff that I need to.
Yeah, on the top left of the screen, chaps, you can probably see there's all the information of speed, regulator position, reverser, train brake, loco brake, etc. Sam, when we usually drive, we drive locos that are left-hand drive, so it's nice for Sam to actually be able to see what's written there for once. Let's just do a quick signalman thingy.
Just quickly as well, Reece, while you're checking, Michael's asking if he wants us to put a link to RA because he's got an article for Alt Landslide.
Oh, I can't change the video description at the moment.
No, but he can put it in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's a moderator on here, isn't he?
Is he? He should be.
I think so.
I'm just making sure the points are set.
Yeah, he is.
Bewdley.
Yeah, if you go for that, Michael, stick the link in. People can see pictures at damage as well. A landslide in itself would have been a problem, but it appears to have damaged a bridge as well. Which
the damage is really quite severe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a big civil engineering project to put it back right.
That's going to be £2 or £3 million, isn't it? If you look at the level of damage that's been done.
Well, the banking's going to need rebuilding, and the bridge is going to need at least examining.
I think the bank, isn't like completely beyond. I mean, at the end of the day, railways have done it before, but it's the bridge. The civil engineering project for the bridge is going to be a real challenge.
Yeah.
So if anybody in the chat does decide to donate anything to the Severn Valley, thank you very much for doing so. But what was I saying? If you do, please just tell us in the chat, just so we have an idea of how much and what's been donated by who. Just so we know. We got 30 seconds, Sam. Is your fire sorted?
Yeah, probably.
There we are. Flying Scotsman Productions has joined late and said, "What's going on? I joined late." There you are. That's what we were saying, Sam. Before we started, we were like,
we did say that.
Like we're quite well known for starting streams late, so it's everybody's going to turn up late and realise we've started. Right, it's pretty much time to go now, Sam. So we got the tip from the guard. I'll just take the handbrake off. Oh, hang on. I need controls a minute, Sam.
Yep.
Probably should have done this a little bit earlier.
It's alright, we're waiting for stragglers.
If it's anything like when me, Tom and Andy went to the Severn Valley, there was me running up the platform at like 5 minutes past. We got the right away anyway.
Righto.
So it's going to be quite a heavy train, I think. So it is, we're already 40 seconds late. I need to check what time we're actually due in Bewdley. Any idea what the speed limit is by here?
Nope.
No, me neither. 10 mile an hour. Okay, the signal
says... Does the Pannier have a speeder?
I believe 9600 does, because it's a mainline performer, but these ones don't.
Oh, in that case, we'll just go about the speed limit.
Well, it's saying that I'm going into the yard, but it looks, all the points look correctly set.
I can see how this is going to go.
And I have put a few little pieces of eye candy around the route as we go along. I couldn't do everything. I did try to put a lot more diesels down, but then it made the live stream a bit, or made the game a little bit laggy. I know it's not the right number and it's not the right diesel, but I thought you can't have the Severn Valley Railway without a Class 52.
We are now wrong roading, are we not?
I don't know for sure, because I remember going down this line when I've been on the Severn Valley before.
Alright.
When we've left Kidderminster, and I don't think we're in the speed limit bit yet. I think it's still 10. Yeah, still 10. Oops.
What's this red line on boiler?
Red line?
Yeah, what do we blow off at?
Is it 160?
Oh well, we're up at like 177 at the moment.
It can't be 160 then, hang on. 200.
200. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of downhill by here, isn't it?
Yep.
You might want to do a bit of injecting, just since we got a bit of downhill.
Yeah, we've got 0.89 in the boiler.
6.9.
6.9.
69, nice.
Hey. Okay, yeah, we'll stick some water in then.
Oh.
Also, we're about here where we broke down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Chris has just messaged in the chat. If you're keeping a tally for what the stream pulls in, he's donated £25 directly to me on PayPal.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Chris. That's very generous of you. I'm definitely not going to buy a kebab and a pizza with that.
Reese, just keep an eye on the speed.
Yeah. I do have to concentrate on driving again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 20 speed here, 20 mile an hour. I do not know the speed limits of this line.
We are professionals. We know what we're doing.
I know that there's a McDonald's under this viaduct somewhere. I'm pretty sure one of your injectors is flailing about.
I have no idea.
So for those who are wondering, this is the Severn Valley Railway, which was made by Steam Sound Supreme, and it is the original version, which was only available to people who signed up to the newsletter quite a number of years ago. I don't know if it's publicly available. I do remember them saying that they were going to make a new version. However, I haven't heard anything since. So, right, back to 25 mile an hour. We'll push on a bit. Oops. You're at 0.76 now on your boiler.
Yeah, it shouldn't be injecting now.
Okay.
I say shouldn't because I don't really know what it's doing.
Michael asks, is it the current Timetable B that we are operating to? Yes, it is. I literally went on the Severn Valley Railway website and I checked the timetable. So it is the 2025 Timetable B. Something tells me we're not going to be like strictly following it. We will.
You mean when we get to a station half an hour early and we decide to just go anywhere?
Yeah.
Or when we get to a station half an hour late and decide, oh well, it's gone out the window now anyway.
Lev926 says Steam Sound Supremes have it in a development for an updated version on the 7. Yep. Oh, we're going up the gradient now towards the tunnel. Ethan46441 has said £50 thrown into the resilience fund for whoever keep the tabs. Jonathan, thank you very much. That is very kind of you. So we've already made £75.
Michael,
brilliant.
if you're watching the whole chat, would you be able to keep a tally for us?
Yeah, only if he's staying, like only if he's hanging around.
Yeah.
Daniel Zoo says no more Peter Sam funnel. Get ready, Sam. I think we're about to have our ears blasted off.
Wonderful. Is that boiler water level going up?
No.
Should be.
Hang on, let's open it.
Well, no,
Can't
we're in
see
the
a
tunnel.
thing. I can't see a thing. Oh, speed's going up. Oh god. The thing is, if you were on a real loco, I'd have like a little flashlight or something, so that I could actually see the gauges and stuff in a tunnel.
Yeah, the other problem we have is that if we're on a real loco, we don't both have to share controls at the same time.
Ever so slightly exceeding the speed limit. Are you messing around with your injectors or?
Not at the moment. There should be, one of them should be on and pumping.
We're about to go past the West Midlands Safari Park.
Can I have a quick look at the injectors?
Yeah, go on. I'm just trying to keep our speed down a little bit. But here's a good question for you. If there are no speedometers, yeah, that's the trimming, isn't it? Oh, we got major lag there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible, that lag.
And then... Okay. So that's one injector on and one injector off.
Okay. You sorted?
Well, it should be anyway, but it doesn't sound like it, does it?
So we're descending now past the West Midlands Safari Park towards Bewdley. It's actually quite nice to come and drive on the Severn Valley Railway for once, because Over the Hills has got a significant amount of inspiration from the early days of the Severn Valley Railway, so it is appropriate for us to come and have a look.
Aye.
West Midlands Safari Park. I'll never forget giving my oldest kid PTSD by having a giraffe poke its head through the roof of our car and start eating his bag of crisps out of his hand. Oh, it was brilliant. He was just sat quite happily in the middle, and a giraffe poked its head in, and we were, oh crap, a giraffe! And
Reese! It wasn't me that did it first!
wasn't you that did what first?
Swearing!
I didn't swear, that's not a swear word. Suddenly our morale... Sam, how have you used 400 gallons?
Well, I believe that one of the water injectors was on when it should have been off.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be in a spot of bother there.
I'll be right.
We're approaching
We can run a recreational service that I travelled on, and we can just stop when we get to the next station.
Well, just break down and just give up.
That's pretty much what happened. They got the train going again, but by the time they got it going again, it were like that late in timetable. We just bumped it off and moved it to the next one.
Just crossing over this viaduct now into Bewdley station, and if we go out onto the other side of the loco, oh, more lag spikes because of the steam, that is. I believe that line there used to go to another branch line.
Ah, right.
It's the line from Bewdley to Stellarport, I think it was. So the signals are all showing red, which is great. I did set the points before we set off. So, yeah. Yeah, they're all correct.
Have you tried whistling? Actually, is one of those set?
Uh,
Yeah.
Do I need to stop?
There you are. All is good.
Yep, we're alright. Sam fixed it, everyone.
Fireman Sam, Signalman Sam.
There we go. And here we are arriving at Bewdley Station, which I have to be honest is one of my favourite railway stations in the preservation world.
It is a lovely station.
It's just the whole atmosphere of it. It just oozes atmosphere, doesn't it? It just oozes.
Yeah.
The Great Western or the days of the steam age. And it's probably because, like a lot of other places in the heritage world you go to, you take a photo of the heritage railway station, but you can see like modern buildings behind it.
Yeah.
You could see like tower blocks or blocks of flats or something from the
Keithler
70s
Station,
or 80s.
where no matter what picture you get of Keithler Station, you've got a giant Asda sign in the background.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. But Bewdley, you don't have nothing like that. And on the
Would
right
you offer
is
at
the
10:15 according to Michael?
It's 10:12 now, so we've got like 2 minutes.
Not bad going.
That is the Stania Mogul, another PLD or Bossman Games product. Funnily enough, I didn't have it downloaded. I bought it about 2 years ago, or whenever it came out. I never installed it, and I don't know why. And there's the digital traction coaches, the Gresley Teaks. They're very old now. I think they were like 10 years old. If someone wants a project to do, that would be a really good one. Oh, hang on, I need to go to the other side to get in the right place. We only got a couple of minutes at Bewdley, so we'll have to be ready to go.
Yeah, as soon as you've stopped, I'm going to stick some rock on.
Always stop on a rising brake. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
But have
When I
stopped in the
smooth,
right
gently
place?
stop.
No, we're outside. Oh, okay, we're miles outside the platform, so that's not... You know, no matter where I stopped, we wouldn't have had the full train in the platform, so I'm not going to split hairs over that. This lady's standing very close to the platform edge. I think she's here for a selfie.
She's behind the line, though.
I tell you what, let's get a selfie for her. Come on, look. Smile. Selfie!
Now you've got your selfie. Can I put some coal on?
Yeah, you put some coal on. Right.
We'll make a nice big black cloud to, yeah.
I'll just put the handbrake on very quick.
Yeah, have you pressed T?
Whoops. There we go. I've done it. What is
Cool.
your favourite thing about the Severn Valley Railway? Oh, that's an interesting one. There's just everything about the Severn Valley. Whenever you go there, it's just the atmosphere, the people, the staff. I've always found are really friendly.
Is that boiler water level 87, Reese?
0.87, yeah.
Cool.
One of your injectors is going a bit crazy. Oh, we just had the right away as well.
We just had the right away. Is it time to go?
10 seconds too, so pretty much.
Yeah, we've had the right away, though.
Well, you've done your rock and the injectors sound okay.
It's doing something.
The brake is still coming off. Let me just very quickly check the route ahead. And this is another thing about running in train sim. We'd actually be on time most of the time if we didn't have to act as our own signalman all the time.
And if we could fire and drive independently rather than trying to do both at the same time.
Yeah. As well as just a general lack of competence. We ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, right, he's ready then.
If I'm right, neither injector should be injecting.
I don't think so. Oh, we haven't got much boiler pressure.
That's alright, it'll go up.
I just stuck the blower on just to get it open.
Have you got the ejectors open?
Okay, that also would explain a couple of things, I suppose.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering why I've been struggling so much with the firing, it's because Reese has been blasting all of our steam out of the chimney.
Who needs steam? Said the driver.
I told you the boiler pressure would come back up.
How quick is that going? That's mad.
Well, I believe I have just fired it up to mainline levels.
Okay, I need the I do need the ejector on slightly because the brakes are coming on. Because
Yeah.
we need to be moving for the vacuum pump to actually take over.
Yeah.
I just shut the blower because we now don't need it. Well, see, I've only just shut the ejector a little bit and already the brake comes on. Right, 10 mile an hour. Michael says he doesn't think that the points and the signalling is our main issue tonight. What did you think of the Severn Valley Railway when you were there, Sam?
Well, I got a very good look at Bewdley station,
Yeah?
because that's where the train stopped when it broke down. But I thought it was good. I mean, it's no Worth Valley, but...
Oh, of course you're biased, don't you?
yeah, I am biased. But no, I liked it. It was a nice railway, and it felt like a heritage railway, which was a nice thing. You go to some heritage railways and they just feel like a modern railway with a steam loco on it.
I know exactly what you mean. It's become a bit corporatised.
Yeah.
A bit too modern, perhaps. They're kind of forgetting what they set out to preserve.
Yeah, but no, the Severn Valley, it felt like a heritage railway. And yeah, it were nice. A few interesting bits of stock around.
You can thank the 813 lads for that, because the majority of the wagons on the Severn Valley belong to the 813 fund.
Well, can't complain with the 813 fund, costs you the hoods well.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that.
Yep. It's just the rules, isn't it?
Right, so we're now on our way from Bewdley to Arley. We are due in at Arley. Let me just bring up the thingy screen, the timetable screen. We are due in at Arley at 10:30. Wrong one. 10:30, so it is now 10:19. We've got 10 minutes. Michael says, are we not stopping at Northwood Halt?
I don't think we've had any requests.
I don't believe we have. Unless anyone does in the chat, but I hope not, because I don't want to stop. Don't mess me timetable up. I've only just got it going. So, going back to the Pannier tank, PLD one, obviously this is a brand new piece of DLC which has been released, when was it? Just before Christmas, I think it was.
Yeah.
It replaces the Victory Works pack.
Yep.
Which was
Which
already
isn't actually that old in itself.
Well, it was. I was going to say I don't remember when the Victory Works released it.
It's a few years old now, because I was going to do a Railway Children reskin of it, and I got halfway through it, and then for various reasons I gave up. Oh, Michael says you say you don't want to stop, but there's a 5 mile an hour limit over the crossing.
Well, we're slowing down certainly, so we might as well stop then. Well, not the crossing that we're just going across, is it?
Well, if it is, we're going a bit faster than 5.
I didn't see any speed limit signs. We are approaching a 10 mile an hour limit for Northwood Halt.
And it is Great Western, so any speed limit sign should be on our side of the cab.
Should. Michael says he's sure that it's 5 miles an hour, but according to this it's 10, but maybe that's not quite right either. There's a sign here that I don't know what it is.
It's probably for a crossing because it's a cross.
Ah, I see there's a reason I got you on the team. Sam, you could be quite clever when you're happy.
I mean, that could be a completely and totally made up, but... hey, Michael says that sign is for a crossing.
And I'm just dropping both anchors and going full astern to stop her, but we'll gloss over that.
What have we got, 690 gallons?
Yeah, we will have to take on water at some point.
Yeah, I think we had the live and the... I don't even know if it is live and exhaust on a Pannier tank, but I'll go for live and exhaust. We had both water supplies on, but only one of them were injecting.
Insane Edward said it was definitely a 5 mile an hour speed limit. So we're stopping at Northwood Halt for one person.
Who's not even looking.
He should have at least, get his camera out so that he can get a nice picture of us. Very simple.
Maybe it's Michael and he's going through a going away shot.
It might be Michael. It kind of looks like the type of thing Michael would wear, doesn't it? Apart from his neck.
I was going to say, to be fair, that's quite a me outfit, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get on, please, thank you.
You could make a great horror story out of Train Sim, couldn't you, Willa? Randomly appearing and disappearing people.
It would make quite an interesting story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely spot on, Michael. What's the point in getting a 3/4 head-on sunny shot?
Come on, let's go. We're going to be late.
What's the boiler at, 90?
0.9, yeah.
With any luck, we should no longer be injecting. Have we been blowing off yet?
Yeah, pretty much continuously.
Oh, have we? I didn't notice.
It's a 10 mile an hour speed limit until we get clear of this sign. I tell you what, I would love to go and stay in some of these cottages right next to the line.
Aye.
There's one I remember seeing it between Bewdley and Arley, I think, pretty much where we are, but it's on the other side, on the left. There's a couple of houses there on the left side of the track, and they are just absolutely stunning. And I was thinking, like, I should go and look at how much they would cost on Rightmove, and I bet you're like talking 2 or 3 million easily.
I can't actually hear you over the cylinder cocks.
Is that any better?
That's miles better.
It doesn't seem that loud for my, but then I wouldn't trust my hearing. I've pretty much got tinnitus full time now, so.
It might just be audio balance on my end.
No, maybe. Zakia Card says, do we have a water stop at Hampton Loade? Well, we're going to have to take on water soon, I think, because we're down to 590 gallons.
That'd be right. Water, where we're going, we don't need water.
Right, we're on a bit of a fast bit now. Ethan46441 says, isn't Hayley the only place you can take water between here and Bridgnorth? Sam?
Yeah?
We might be in a spot above her.
Nah, we'll manage.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
We've got 580 gallons, and we've got we've got to get the Hailey.
We'll manage. I mean, if you stop running with the cylinder cocks open anyway. Why do you keep opening the cylinder cocks?
That's just what I was told to do. If you haven't got steam going, you should have them open to let any condensate come out. But, you know.
I've never been told that, you know. I always thought you only had the cylinder cocks open when you were stationary. Unless there's something in BMG manual or something about driving a Pannier, but...
No, I haven't just, made it up either.
Yeah.
Although it is, I suppose.
There's some locos that don't have snifting valves. If it doesn't have a snifting valve, you've always got to run with a bit of exhaust on.
Maybe that's what it is then. Because GWR locos don't have snifting valves, I think. We've got our 15 section coming up, and it is 3 minutes till we're due in Arley, so we are going to be late.
Yeah, but we did have an unscheduled request stop.
I feel we're coming up. Why does the regulator keep opening?
Have you done the fully opening it and slamming it thing?
Doing that is quite glitchy when it's the two of us running.
Yeah.
When you're on your own, I think it's probably okay. Oh, we got 15 speed for the bridge.
Let us know when you're done fiddling around with brakes and I'll stick some rock on.
I am just going to have a cheeky cheeky moment. What's that famous shot from? Is it by there? No. Or it might be over here actually. Yeah, I think it's by there.
Michael says it's a nice spotting spot.
Well, I got
but it's not possible anymore because the trees have grown too much.
Oh, is it? I'll have to pay the landowner to go and chop some of them down there. It's not the famous one anyway. No, okay. Oh, we're not far from Arley actually. Oh, you never know, it might not be too bad off our timetable.
It's alright. We've still got water.
For how long, Sam? For how long?
For as long as we need it.
Just blown the whistle, we're going to start slowing down to 10 because we are passing under the bridge and we're going to pull into Hatley. Change
here for Buston and Wenstead.
That is such an underrated TV show.
Isn't it just? Do you know what I like about that? It has a very railway feel to the comedy in it as well. Like the particular brand of comedy in it is very railway-y.
Well, I get the impression that the people that wrote it, was it Richard Spendlove and I can never remember the guy, but they wrote Dad's
David
Army
Croft?
as well.
Are we stopping?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, David Croft, I think.
David Croft, that's the one.
Because Dad's Army were Jimmy Perry and David Croft.
Oh, right, yeah.
but it were one of them, but not the other one that were involved with it. But yeah, Richard Spendlove, I believe, is the chap who will a railway influenced. I can't remember what role he had on railways, but he was a railway man that helped out with it.
That's just what I was about to say, was that you can tell that whoever wrote it, the script writers, they didn't just know stuff about railways, they must have lived it, they must have experienced it themselves.
Yeah, I believe he played Mr. Orkindale as well.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Okay, and it is... Oh, we're only 1 minute late, Sam.
How are we doing for injecting?
Let's see.
Does it sound as if it is?
I believe it is. It seems
Cool.
to be.
We'll go with that.
Let's just check that the points are set for the next section. Up to Hailey. And we need to be in that platform, don't we, for Hailey? Because it's just a straight through run, isn't it? Because there's no loop.
Yep.
What time are we due out of Arley? Let me just bring up the timetable very quickly. We are due out of Hailey at 10:42. No, wait, that's not right. We're due into Hailey at 10:42.
We're just due at Hailey at 10:42, so that's got to be when we're due out.
We got 10 minutes till we're due at Hailey.
Yep.
It's a good thing that we're not professional railwaymen, because we are. We'd just be standing in the cab looking at the timetable going, are we supposed to be here or not?
To be fair, if you've ever been on a loco at a gala, that is exactly what professional railwaymen are like.
Or just looking at the timetable going, I think we should be here now.
No, looking at the STN like, where are we? Where do we go next? Do we wait here for a bit? Do we go back out on this one?
Well, we're pretty much ready to go. Alright, your boiler's full.
Righto.
There we are.
Oh, we've got 470 gallons. We're only using 100 gallons a station. We've got, what, 2 or 3 stations left? We'll get there with like 100 gallons to spare.
Just as we set off from Arley, just as a reminder for everybody, this live stream is being done for the Severn Valley Railway's Resilience Fund. As many of you know, there was a horrible landslide at the Severn Valley not long ago, a couple of days ago, which has caused quite extensive damage to the line between Bridgnorth and Hampton Loade, and it is going to cost an awful lot of money. Why aren't we moving?
Have you got the brakes on?
No, they're off completely. Must be on hell of a grade. Let's give us some welly. Come on, lad.
You definitely gave the handbrake a squiggle just then.
Yeah, I took it back off, and I mean, put it on and then took it back off, just to make sure it was off. I mean, if you watch it now, watch how much we slow down when we put it on. See, it made a difference there, didn't it? It must be quite a gradient coming out of Arley. Oh, it's only 1 in 180. So yeah, there's a lot of damage to the Severn Valley Railway, and that's why we're donating money, hopefully, to the relief fund. So if you can donate anything, there is a link in the video description below. Head on over directly to the Severn Valley Railway Resilience Fund. So far we have made somebody has already donated £50 and Chris has donated £25, which I'll donate into the fund myself. So far we've actually generated £75 for the Resilience Fund, which I think is not bad going.
Aye.
So if any of you can make a donation, please feel free to click the link in the video description and make a donation. We'll be very thankful. Just shut the ejector to try and save a bit of steam if we can. Ellsbridge. Daniel Zoo says Ellsbridge. Ethan 46441 says it's a matter of Erdington Bank to deal with.
I'm not worried. We've tackled much bigger hills.
We have, haven't we?
I think the closest call we've had has got to be South Devon Banks with that Bullied Pacific.
Yeah, we did make it, didn't we? Only
We
just.
made it, but that was literally a case of cylinder cocks shut versus cylinder cocks open being the difference between making it and not making it.
I do remember that.
We were full reg and everything, weren't we?
Oh, it was touch and go. I did think at one point we were going to have to back her up and have another go. Did we do that in the end? Did we back her up?
I don't think we did. I think we managed to make it at a crawl.
We just crawled our way up the bank. I tell you what would be good is to do a main line run of that with the Pannier tank.
Yeah?
She's a really nifty little loco, actually.
Aye.
It's
She goes
really
like the
nice.
clappers.
It's really nice not to sit here and not have an engine blowing off continuously.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that because we got a competent fireman, Sam?
Semi-competent.
Semi-competent fireman.
I don't want to blow my own whistle too much until we get to the other end without running out of water, but...
I was going to say, we ought not to, you know... oh, hang on, we've got to slow down by the way, I think. So we're due in 2 minutes to Hailey.
I think that's highly unlikely.
I was at Hailey last year, actually, for the Lego train show.
Yeah.
That was really good, actually. They had loads of locos there. I don't know whether any of you are interested in Lego trains, but I've really taken up the hobby in the last, 6 months or so.
I've noticed.
I'm on my second build, so I am right now in the steps of building City of Truro. Sam probably knows I just finished building the Endurance, the ship, which is Shackleton's ship.
I'm just waiting until you design your own instead of well, ship, frame, whatever. I'm waiting until you design your own instead IO and then try building it.
I'm good.
And then realise it doesn't fit together.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We should still be injecting.
Yeah, you're at 0.8.
I've not heard a lot of funny noises from injectors either.
No, I see. I think you've kind of got the trim set about right.
Well, it's not one that I need a trim.
No, I suppose when you find the right trim level, you can just kind
No,
of...
no, it's just the injectors on this particular loco are a toggle.
They're either on or off.
Yeah, for the water and for the steam. Some locos in train sim, for some of them you've got to trim both of them, so like the regulator where it's a continuous thing, and then sometimes they're an on and off and sometimes they're a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
But you need to know which one it is, because if you hold down the button like you would with a regulator when it's a toggle on and off, it just flicks it on and off like quickly, like it doesn't do anything.
Just for you to know, we got the engine house coming up on the left. And I'm totally not cheating and using the handbrake to slow us down.
Of course not.
I would never do such a thing. Michael
15 limit as well.
Michael has called me out, I know. Yeah, I was at the engine house last year. I think it was July last year when they had the Lego train show. Really, really good show. The engine house was just completely covered in Lego trains, and it was breathtaking.
See, The thing that bugs me with Lego trains is it's very difficult to make them, steam trains at least, using just Lego.
Oh no, you've got to use like a
Third party parts. Yeah, and I'm a bit of a Lego purist, and that really bugs me.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, I think they look brilliant, but it bugs me that it's not proper Lego.
To be fair, the ones that I've done, the only non-Lego parts have been the conrods.
I was gonna say it's yeah, a lot of it's the wheels because Lego only has like
wheels,
two sizes of wheel.
Yeah, you're right. It's the wheels and the conrods are the only bits that's not official Lego.
Yeah.
So what time were we due here? 42.
42.
Look at that, Sam. We're going to
Actually,
be bang on time.
I was going to say, we're not far off being on time. Although the water situation is getting a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, we're down to 350. But I think Erdington Bank is after Hampton Loade, so at least we've got a relatively simple run up to Hampton Loade now. I've stopped too early.
Yeah.
Half the train is hanging out the back. Oh.
And we're fouling the signalling section as well.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, that is a lovely screenshot.
How are we doing for water, Reese?
Let's have a quick...
Because I've not been able to see while you've been dangling out the other side.
347 and 0.9 in the boiler.
0.9. Yeah, go on, we'll stop there.
Ethan says you're still injecting if you're not meant to be.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why we're checking.
I got the handbrake on. Brakes are coming off. Oh, hey, Pannier. Why have you got full reg? Because your reg is open, that's why.
Apparently we can go now, Reese.
Just blowing all the steam out of the thing. We got the right away.
Yeah, it's not like we're short on water or anything, you know.
There we go. We're off. Let's just check the old timetable. We are due Hampton Loade 10:55. So it's a fair bit of a trek now between Hailey and Hampton Loade.
So, would you offer 10 foot? So basically we've got to get half an hour's worth of water out of about 300 gallons.
55. No, we got 15 minutes.
Apparently there's no water in at Hampton Loade.
Oh. Then we're in a bit of trouble then. So we're running all the way to Bridgnorth on 350 gallons.
Yeah, by the timetable, we've got to use about 10 gallons a minute. If we use more than that, we're in trouble.
Right, so this just became really interesting.
And I don't know how Train Simulator will react to us running out of water. I don't know if the boiler will have to be empty, or if it'll bomb out if we empty the tanks.
Well, this just became a bit of a challenge then. Oh, we missed the Garden Railway. The railway... Oh, is that... No, that's at the next station, sorry.
Yes,
Hampton
I believe
Loade
it
Garden
is.
Railway.
Yeah.
Ethan says it's about 1.5 miles downhill once you reach the top of the bank at Erdington. Oh dear.
To be honest, I don't think the hill's going to make too much of a difference.
Michael says country park Halt as well.
Well, we can't be stopping there.
Oh dear. Are you injecting?
Yeah, should be anyway.
Oh
We were
dear.
blowing off then, weren't we? So I'm trying to use a bit of it.
We're just coming up to a 15 speed limit, so I'm trying not to accelerate too much, just to try and save a bit of steam if I can. Bit late for whistling, but oh well. Back into the 25 speed limit. George the Railway Enthusiast says, does 7714 look a little bit weathered? I think it might do a little bit. I mean, I was supposed to use the pristine one, but I don't think I did. Oh, is it downhill? Yes. Shut that red. We'll have a bit of free speed. Kate to the E2 says, does Reese sound really low on his microphone? Guys, what do you think? Everybody watching the live stream, what do you think? Do I sound really quiet or do I sound okay? Because I can turn the microphone up a little bit if I need to.
It's low when the Pannier works hard, but I'm apparently fine.
Do you want to take the controls just for a sec? I'll see if I can make any difference.
No, I don't.
Properties, microphone.
Here, take the wheel, he says. You know, I've just realised, Reese, I can't take the wheel because when you tab out a train sim, it tabs me out as well.
Oh god. I'll be as quick as I can. No, I can't do it. No. Right, we're back.
Hang on a minute, let me just check. Yep.
Oh, we had some major lag then.
Aye.
Daniel Zoo says it's okay. I'll try and turn the microphone up a bit if I can. I've just moved it towards me a bit to see if that makes any difference. Apparently we're a runaway now, Sam.
It's alright, we're still within the speed limit, so it's okay.
Oh, that's, yeah, the train's out of control. There's no driver or fireman on the footplate, but as long as they're obeying the speed limit, then that's okay.
Yeah. I don't see a problem.
The speed limit's 20. I am slightly exceeding the speed limit, but I don't want to lose the speed that we've gained going down that hill.
Yeah, I think if we do, we might be in trouble.
Because we need to coast as much as we can to save water. Oh no, what's that? Oh, it's 25, it's okay. George the Railway Enthusiast says he still has the VW1s and he's now making a custom consist with an 8750. Nice! He hasn't got the PLD panniers, but he might. I would honestly recommend buying them. And I've only just realised that I completely forgot to add a link to them into the video description below. So once the video or the stream is finished, I will add a link to them.
Or alternatively, you can go check out Rail Advent and download my reskin of the panniers into Railway Children livery, which has linked to the B&G one. Haha, I got my plug-in.
Yeah, Sam's been waiting for that for the last hour and 6 minutes.
Yes, I have.
We're almost at
It
Hampton Loade.
Comes with headboards by JRS as well.
Oh,
Scripted ones, no less. We had to try about 30 different keyboard combinations before we could get the headboards to work.
Definitely didn't just panic.
You definitely did. Ah, there we go. Michael's put a link in the chat for everyone.
Hey. What time were we due in? It was 55, wasn't it?
I don't know,
Oh,
but...
we're 5 minutes early.
Well, that because you went 25 in the 20 zone.
Yeah. Will the guard be observing Rule 147 here? I'm assuming that's some kind of... the driver is...
Are we going into the right platform here?
Yeah, we're going straight on.
Okay.
Your boiler's nearly full now, Sam.
Yeah. Hey, Michael's plugged my reskin in the chat as well.
Yeah, at some point, guys, for everybody watching, we are going to run on the Keighley and Worth Valley, and we are going to run with the Railway Children reskin that Sam has done, so that'll be something to look forward to. Watching us mess up on the Keighley Worth Valley.
I would be really interested to know, out of everyone that watches our streams, who's watching because they want to see us do a good job, and who's watching waiting for us to fail.
Well, there's 40 people watching. Let's see if we can have a vote. How many of you are only here to watch us fail, and how many of you are here to watch us succeed? Unfortunately, Sam, they were right. There is no watering facility here.
JLaw says my answer is yes. Enzo1623 says he wants to see his finish. Northern Soul Express says don't ask questions we don't want the answers to.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never know exactly where to bring her to a stop here on the Severn Valley, because you have to take the loco slightly beyond the platform.
Yeah.
But you obviously can't go too far ahead because of you've got to keep the loop clear. Oh, we're in the right place, so that's good.
Michael says before the signal.
Is that right for the Severn Valley? Because I suppose you've got to keep the foot crossing clear as well, haven't you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So people can cross to the DMU, you have to pass. So we're running on
Garden
timetable.
Railway! Look! Meow!
I love how it drifts as well.
It even drifts. Tokyo Drift.
Look at the drift on that. Meow.
Formula 1 garden trains. I love that. I still have to take my live steam stuff to the paddock to have a run. Maybe that's what we should do, Sam. Now, if you ever come to the Severn Valley, I'll bring my Vale of Rydal, and you bring your loco, and we'll run them together on the paddock.
Yeah.
Right, now everybody, let's take a photo and we'll save the game.
Just not that it'll make a difference.
It won't make a difference, no, but I'm going to get a screenshot so that we know we made it to Hampton Loade. Oh, that looks right, doesn't it?
See, there's something about BR livery which I just find a little bit boring.
Yeah, still looks good.
Oh yeah, but with all the beautiful Great Western setting, I'm looking for chocolate and cream and a green loco.
Well, maybe, yeah, you know, I get that.
You know, I like it matching.
I would love to get some updated Great Western coaches for Train Sim.
Well, as it happens, Matrix Trains are working on some Great Western clerestories, aren't they?
They're doing a new clerestory pack.
Which is long overdue.
Yeah, those clerestories have needed an update for quite a long time, haven't they? Right, let's just see. What time are we due in to Bridgnorth?
Oh, give us a moment, Reese. Let me do some shoveling.
11:10. So it is 55.
15 minutes and 250 gallons.
250 gallons for 15 minutes running. Yeah. And we've got Erdington Bank to consider.
No, we don't.
No?
Nah.
No, we're just going to ignore it.
Yeah. If you don't acknowledge the bank, it can't hurt you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right. Are we ready to... Apparently we need to stop at Erdington since it's now a proper station where trains can stop.
Do we have to?
Well...
Can we afford to?
10 points will be awarded if we can stop at Erdington.
How many points have we lost so far?
Probably a lot. Should we get going?
Let's give it a go. So is Erdington the next stop?
Erdington is the next stop.
Right. Well, I say we rag it.
For some reason the brakes came on, I don't know why.
It could be because we've only got £100 in the boiler, but as soon as we start going, that'll come back up again.
I just stuck the blower on just to get a little bit of steam. There we go, she's starting to move.
I won't worry about the blower, Reese. As soon as we get some blast going through the chimney, that fire will go phew.
Railway Productions 2210 says where can he get the SVR route from? Unfortunately we don't know, because this is the original Severn Valley Railway from Steam Saying Supreme, which was available through when you signed up to the newsletter. But they're still redeveloping a new version of the route, and I haven't really heard any more about where or when that's going to be available. So you just have to keep an eye on Steam Saying Supreme, I think. mph. Everyone's going to have to point out where the bridge is that's had the disaster. Check the route ahead. So there's Erdington Halt.
Just before the start of the bank, apparently.
I think we are set to go into the right platform at Bridgnorth.
Is it one with a water crane on it?
Yeah.
That'll do.
Oh, that was a bit of a bump there.
And for all the Thomas fans with us, water! 7714 needs water!
Yeah. Guy Sutherland says, can we do a return journey if we've got the time?
If we don't blow up the engine.
If we don't explode, yeah, we will do a return. But as for the time, we might not follow the timetable going back, because I'm not sort of sitting at Bridgnorth for like an hour and a half until the next train, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wing it on the way back, I guess.
Yeah.
Haynes 01623 says the simulator will just stop when you run out of water. But I don't know if it'll stop when you reach 0 or if it'll stop when you...
I can't remember if it's the tender water level or the boiler water level or both which it stops at.
What I would say is... Oh, hang on. Michael's just had a really good idea. Is there a Thunderbird at Bridgnorth that we could swap to? And the answer is yes, because I put a 1500 down.
I don't think we'll need it.
We might be alright. I'm hoping we'll be alright, but there is a rescue engine at Bridgnorth if we need it. High Lane Production says it's when your tank level goes to 0, so yeah. Whatever
try
you
and
do,
keep a
don't.
little bit in the
just
tank.
keep like 2 gallons in the tank and then shut the valve.
Yeah.
I think we're not far away from where the damage has been done.
It's on an embankment by a bridge. So, do we want to switch to the, I'm going to say the aerial view and have a look for it?
I'm going to try and keep an eye on it. Maybe there's people in the chat who know a bit more about the Severn Valley Railway who might be able to keep an eye for us as well. Because I'd like to at least get a screenshot. We have a cottage to your right. Do we? There's a small bridge after the cottage, apparently, according to Michael.
That'll do. Let's hope it's modelled.
There's a right-hand bend when you pass the cottage and the bridge is about 200 yards after it. The Railway Kid Gaming says you can edit and add a water tower into the game. Well, the thing is, that's cheating, and we don't advocate cheating on this channel whatsoever, do we?
It's not that, it's more the fact that we'd do it if we believed it had actually worked, but Train Simulator has a really bad habit of, it lets you put your water column down and then it won't let you tap water from it.
That's true. Apparently we're coming into the 5-mile speed limit for Stearns. Thing is, I haven't actually seen a single 5 speed limit. I've seen 15s and I've seen 10s, but I haven't seen any 5s. So maybe I don't know if that's new or what.
That could be down to when the route was made, or it could be down to the actual route itself.
So this looks like the cottage.
Yeah.
So I'd say this is probably where the slip has happened then.
Do we want to have a look on the aerial view?
Yeah, I was going to just shut the rig a sec. Let's have a little flyabout. There it is.
So there's his bank and there's his bridge on the bank.
So it's... Would you say it's
Pretty much here.
this piece here? Where
Just where those...
Go on. Where that
just
tree
where
is,
these
isn't it?
trees are. Yeah, I'd say it's about there.
So it's this bridge and it's this bank then, where the damage is. Stearns Cottage there, that's what Mike says, that's Stearns Farm, so it's not far away.
Michael says not that one, that's the road.
He says it's not modelled. Oh, right, so
Yeah, fair
everything that we've just told you is not true then, basically? Never mind.
It's around about this area though. A bit before that bridge then.
Yeah, we must have already passed over it then.
Everyone said where the Pannier is now, but we're lagging chat and by the time we've typed it out. So it's between that bridge that we've just gone over.
Yeah, somewhere between
and
the cottage and the bridge. So given the fact that we've just gone past where the collapse is, in the link is in the chat below, guys. If anyone can head on over to the Resilience Fund for the Severn Valley Railway and make a donation, please feel free to do so. It'd be very kind if you can help out. Is there a platform on our side? Yeah, there is. This isn't good, Sam. We've
got plenty of water
150 gallons, mate.
Plenty.
So I guess
I'm not
stopping
worried.
at Erdington Halt then.
Looks like it.
Have they had to rebuild the platform at all? I assume that they've had to at least lengthen it.
Don't know.
I've done a fantastic job of stopping again.
Yep. Very economical with a steam.
Yep. We'll have to get everyone to get out and push. Come on, all the people watching, 50 people in the chat. You're going to have to get out and push.
Are we stopping?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
Right, give us a second.
So Sam's chucking some rock on.
How close to the wire can we run this?
So we've got 128 gallons. We're at the foot of Erdington Bank. We got a bit of a poorly loco here.
She's alright so far.
What time would we due in? Let me just check the timetable. I think we're due in 11:10. What time was it in game?
I don't know, but
4
when you
minutes.
tabbed out, I stopped putting coal in.
Yeah, it's only 4 minutes away, so we're not going to make it on time to Bridgnorth.
Well, as long as we make it.
At this moment in time, we're pretty much nursing a very poorly loco back home.
She's not poorly.
And it's funny how you say that, Sam, when it's who left the water pipes open?
You.
Not me. You're on the
No,
shovel.
but I'm blaming you.
Right, wait.
Right, let's go.
Erdington was almost the terminus of the Severn Valley in the early preservation years. This was where they ran the was it this place? The members only trains in the late 1960s up until the steam ban came into effect. Because I was reading up about it and I was speaking to people who were there as well. They were actually running members only trains because they didn't have a light railway order. They would sell you a day membership of the Severn Valley Railway, so you became a day member to get around not having a light railway order.
Yeah.
And they would run as far, I don't know whether it was all the way here or whether it was just like further up towards Bridgnorth. But it was they were only allowed to run so far. But then in 1968 and then 1969, when the BR steam ban was really enforced, BR came along and said, well, we still own the line, so you're not allowed to run steam on it. Oh, Sam, we're on a very steep grade now, 1 in 100.
We're doing fine.
100 gallons left, boys.
I don't know what you're worrying about.
It is now, it's still 1 in 100. She doesn't really want to go much faster.
1 in 100's hardly a gradient.
Michael's saying open her up, but I'm fully forward.
No, don't do that, you'll choke her. Look, your boiler pressure's climbing as you get an exhaust on it. It'll pick itself up as your boiler pressure goes up.
down to 94 gallons, lads.
It's loads.
Oh god. Michael's come up with a new slogan for us, Rails to Fails.
His name it one at people in chat, but I like it.
Boiler pressure's picking up.
Told you. We'll have a roaring fire just when we need it.
Great Western Railway Production says he loves your positive attitude, Sam. Guy Sutherland is asking if 7714 is at the Severn Valley. Yes, it is. It is a Severn Valley regular. Well, I gotta say, she's pulling Loade 7 up a 1 in 100 grade from a standing start. She's not afraid.
One in 100's hardly a gradient. It's only a gradient when you've got to shovel up a 1 in 100 for miles. Settle in Carlisle.
Shall we drive the Pannier? Oh, there's berries in the bush there. So if the loco runs out of water, we'll just sit there and eat some berries in the bush.
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Cottage crossing. That's a lovely little house. I'd love a house like that. I'd love a house next to a heritage line at all. It'd just be a wonderful thing to have. Guy Sutherland is asking Sam if he can be the guard for the return trip.
I don't know, I'm only a fireman.
Team Train
Not
says we're not
qualified
far
to pass
away.
out guard.
We're almost at the summit of the bank.
And how much have we got left in the tank?
67 gallons.
Told you we'd be fine.
Good lad. That's going on to a new scenery tile.
Yep.
He's now asking, have you ever been to the Bowness and Kinneil Railway in Scotland? No, unfortunately, but I would like to. Although if I was to go to Scotland, I want to do a rail tour on the Fort William line.
On Jacobite.
Yes.
Hey, if you're going on Jacobite, you want to get behind 5212.
Which one's that? The Black 5?
Yeah, it's the Worth Valley Black 5.
Nice.
Look, do you think that's the top of the hill?
I think we've just passed the top.
Do you think we've just made it over the hill?
I wish I had a soundboard. I could have done a sound effect then. We've made
Insert
it, chaps.
Here. It's just the rule. We've got to say it every time we get over a bank.
Guy Sutherland has done the Jacobite 10 times. There we go. We're heading down the hill, so I'm going to shut the reg now and save a bit of steam. We are down to 52 gallons.
We've got loads.
I'm not worried about being late on the timetable now. I just want to nurse our loco to the water tower. That's all I'm interested in.
She'll be right. She'll manage it.
Oh, we're coming up to Oldbury Viaduct. So we'll have to start bringing it back. Oh no, it's this viaduct, I think. Remember we were talking earlier about in the 1960s that they were running the members only trains? I think it was this viaduct here that they were running as far as.
Ah, right.
Michael says next stop is Ironbridge. So there you have it, chaps. The PLD or Bossman Games Pannier tank.
Reese, don't show off yet.
Oh god, we're down to 30 gallons.
Less product review, more driving. Review the product while we're taking on water at the other end.
Haynes is saying it's time to call the fire brigade for the fire.
Nah, I'll be right.
Just giving her a little bit of speed to get over the hump.
We've got a full gauge. Well, we've got half a gauge glass in the boiler, so we can use up, you know, most of that before we need to panic. And at this point, it's not going to be a worry if we melt a fusible plug, because we're not going to have any water to put the fire out with.
Yeah, there you are.
You can't blow up the boiler if there's nothing in it.
But the other thing I love about the way that this route has been done in train sim is all the stock in the sidings.
Yep.
Because so often I go on routes and they're empty and void of traffic, of anything in the sidings.
It's nice to be able to put stuff in the sidings, but the problem is when you do it in a scenario like high poly models and it just crashes it.
Yeah.
It just makes it lag. Whereas if you can get sort of low poly scenery models that you can put in as part of the route, it does add a lot of extra character to it.
Oh, stop it.
Reese.
Come on. I've lost control of the reg. We're in trouble, Sam. There we are. It did that weird glitchy thing again.
Reese. Water tower. Stop.
Oh, I was just slightly too ahead.
Yeah, great. Now we're going to have to uncouple.
Well, we got to uncouple anyway. Yeah, we're clear. Might as well just leave her there, right?
We're going to have to, because passengers will be getting on and off now.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Now, did I or did I not say we would be fine?
You did. But literally by a gnat's bollock, like 34 gallons.
Ah, you swore again.
I know, I did swear. But that's a celebration of succeeding.
34 gallons. I told you we could do it. Yeah, that'll do.
There you go, girl. Have a drink.
Give us a moment. Let's
Yeah, whack them injectors on.
full inject.
Avoid the bomb going off. There we are, guys. We made it. Michael says we only made it because we skipped Country Park Halt. Well, to be
I
fair,
do need to keep an eye on the water levels, Reese.
if we had stopped at Country Park Halt, she would have exploded. So, yeah, I would say that's the least of our problems right now. We got 830 gallons. So just while we're taking on water, I'm just going to quickly look at the timetable. So going back is 11:55. See, that's like, we've got to sit here for 40 minutes then if we're going to follow the timetable.
Well, it gives us time to get some water in.
30 minutes. Nah, I'm not that bothered about following the timetable on the way back. Although that being said, we've got to run round. I want to make a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a return run?
I'm good for a return run,
Yeah?
but not a 40-minute wait for a return run.
No. I was going to say,
What time are we on now, and what's the timetable, sir?
the timetable now is 11:20, and was it 11:50 departure? Oh, hang on.
Give us the... What is it, Anita? I just need to keep an eye on what it's doing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get enough pressure in to get both injectors on so that we can get the boiler full.
Yeah.
And then just top up with water before we move off.
Guy Sutherland's asking what's the station after Bridgnorth. There isn't. Bridgnorth is the end of the Severn Valley Railway. It used to go on further up to Ironbridge, but obviously that bit of track has been removed now.
So, what's the timetable then? Because I was concentrating and I missed it.
I'll just bring it up again. It is Bridgnorth 11:55.
11:55 and it's 11:20 now. What other departures is there? 1:25, 2:50, 4:10, 5:20. Well, we could go for a 25 past departure if we can run round in 3 minutes.
Nah, that's...
Pause the game.
I want to run to the toilet and make a cup of coffee before we go back anyway.
No, I mean pause the game.
I'll pause the game.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then, even if we're a bit late, we can use that timing as a guide.
Yeah. Alright, tell you what guys, we're going to take 5 minutes, have a quick break. I'm going to make a quick cup of coffee and go to the toilet. Sam, do you want a quick break or...
Yeah, I'll have a quick break as well.
Alright guys, I'll put the paused screen on. We'll be back in 5, alright? Won't be long. Let me just have the mouse a sec.
You should have it.
Yeah, okay, you do what you need to do then. I'm just going to go...
Are we muted?
No, we're not muted.
Right, okay.
I'm just going to go make a coffee.
Righto, I will be back momentarily. Well, apparently the Be Right Back screen has died. Ba-dee-dee-ba-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo. Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. Ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo. George the Railway Enthusiast, I'm glad you're liking the Railway Children Pannier. It's the third version of... Well, actually no, it's the fourth version of that particular loco I've made. Oh yeah, bonus points if you can find the reskin that randomly charges you 30 quid on postage and packaging for a download. Whilst Michael's flogging him in the chat. If you do find the one that charges, please do let us know, we'll update it on site and get it sorted. Shouldn't happen if I set them right, says Michael. Although, it's Michael that set them all up and handed them over to me.
Right guys, I am back. I don't know if Sam is.
I've been back, I've been, you know, playing some music, giving a commentary, inserting plugs while you've been away.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Right, should we carry on then, if you're ready?
Is he ready? No!
Let's get going then, right.
Wait, Reese, wait.
Oh, you're doing your thing, are you?
I want to get in as many gallons as we can.
Oh.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
You got 0.7 on the boiler and 1200 in the tank.
Yeah, we'll be right at that.
Well, hopefully we will. I think, to be honest, it was probably because those taps were left open for some reason, weren't they?
It was it was one of the injectors where
it didn't shut properly or something.
Yeah, either it didn't shut or it didn't open when it was one or the other when it should have. So it meant it was running on the opposite to what it should have been.
Right, where are we then? Yep, going into the head shunt now. Oh, hang on, before we do get going, let's just...
Put light engine on.
There we are, and we need a tail lamp, don't we?
Again, yeah, that'll do. It doesn't need to be red, just stick on the light engine one.
It should be a red one though, shouldn't it?
Doesn't really matter when you're running round, cause you go forwards and then you go backwards and you don't change the lamps over when you're stopping the head shunt.
Don't you?
No.
I thought technically you're supposed to, but it's one of them things that just gets meh.
Well, frankly, it's considered a working at heights hazard to climb up an engine to swap the tail lamps round.
Is it?
Yeah.
I suppose there isn't really anywhere to stand, is there? You have to, like, clamber over the buffers.
Yeah. Or you've got to go into 4-foot, either of which are both seen as an unnecessary risk to take.
Yeah.
So, instead of running round, just whack a lamp on each end. It doesn't even need to be light engine head code. You just whack a lamp on each end, so like you're saying, it's a complete frame, and then off you go.
Yeah. Right, let's let's just make sure the points are all set correctly, because we have to be our own signalman.
So we've had suggestions about triple heading on the way back.
Yeah, I did see about using the 1500, wasn't it? As well.
Personally, I'm happy sticking with a Pannier. I think when you couple up other locos in train sim, it tends to have unwanted effects.
Yeah, it does. And it's because it's a PLD one and then a Victory Works one. It might do weird and wonderful things.
Yeah. Generally speaking, if you're double heading, they've got to be made by the same person and use the same sort of scripting.
Oh, look at the inside motion of this Pannier.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it just looks unbelievable. Do you know what I really wish? And I know this is like, people say, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that, but I don't care because I'm going to say it anyway. I really wish that PLD would make an industrial.
Yes.
I really
so do I.
Because for his level of work that goes into his locos, and to see that on an industrial, it would just be hellfire, wouldn't it?
I mean, the thing is, in Train Simulator there are two areas that are significantly underdeveloped in terms of British content. Industrial steam engines, and I suppose it's a subcategory of it, narrow gauge steam engines.
Narrow gauge seems to be a lot more served than industrial, I would say.
Well, I don't know.
There's an awful lot of freeware available for narrow gauge, isn't there?
Yeah.
Semi-freeware.
Yeah, like donation ware or cheap payware. But not wanting to knock the guys that make it, there's not a lot of narrow gauge stuff that's high quality.
Yeah.
There's a few bits and bobs, but a lot of it might have been high quality a long time ago, but it's just not up to the same standards as, PLD, Caledonia Works.
Beep, beep.
But yeah, Wayside Works have done quite a bit of narrow gauge and industrial stuff, including Sir Berkeley. Highly recommend Sir Berkeley.
Of course you would.
Of course I would. But yeah, I would love to see a properly scripted industrial loco with all the advanced features on it.
That's why it's a real shame that who am I thinking of? Mesh Tools stopped developing for Train Sim. Because I'd have loved to have seen the Austerity make a Austerity 2.0 pack.
Yeah.
Because that was breathtaking for its time. That's more than 10 years old now, the Austerity. But
it still holds up to this day, really.
It still holds up, which I think is incredible for
especially the Return one, the second version they did. Reese.
Don't worry, I've caught it.
Okay. But yeah, especially the Return version they did. The only problem I have with that is there's no version of it with vacuum brakes.
Oh, that was the one in like the 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, which the model is a lot better. It's got more animations and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, the script was far more animated as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you just can't do as much with it in terms of reskins and the like.
Well, I heard the clank. I heard the clank. Let's see, how did we do? Well, we've gone through the buffers.
Give us a moment, Reese. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was just going to say I don't trust Train Sim. Oh, it did actually do it quite sensibly.
We'll go for that. Tom's joined the chat.
Hey, hello Tom.
What time are we on?
29.
29. If we can go at past, then we will be going 5 minutes down from that 25 past on the timetable.
Go on then.
So we can stick to them timings plus 5 minutes.
Let me just change the...
Stick the lamps on.
And we need the right one on the bunker, don't we?
We want to set the one off the front.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking to make sure you were paying attention, Sam.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. I was completely just checking. Right, I think let's just check the signals as well. So at Erdington we need to go in the correct... Oh, I don't know if we can actually.
Nope.
It's just that one. And then all the way back to Hampton Loade, where we go into the correct platform there. So if we're ready then, should we get going?
Yeah, let's go for it.
It would help if I was going the right way. I was just rocking the motion back and forth like when you're on a gradient.
Doesn't really work for a pannier tank with inside motion.
Yeah, it does. We did it on a 5600 actually. Yeah, we rocked it back and forth on a 5600, 5619 when it was at Blaenavon. I don't know whether we were supposed to or not, but we did. And then we derailed 2 Mark 1s on the passing loop.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Reese operates locos in real life just as he does in train sim.
Actually, in fairness, I wasn't even on the footplate that day. I was actually, it was a photo gala and I was filming, and all of a sudden I saw the 2 Mark 1s going gadoing, 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 gadoing. And I was like, yep, she split the track, great. So everybody was just standing around going, what do we do? And then there was me going, I'll get the forklift. So I ended up doing about 50 trips back into the yard to go get all the permanent way equipment and the tools out so that we could start jacking up the bogies to get them back on the rails. So that was a fun photo gala for me. Michael's asking how did I drive it when I wasn't on the footplate with remote control. Yeah, I was there with the same remote control I've got for my roundhouse rail of Rydal.
Reese, it's doing the thing again. I need to have a look at the injectors.
So just for everybody watching, we're using a program called Parsec, and that means that we can like share the computer. So Sam is on his laptop and I'm on mine, but we're using my train simulator, but Sam is able to control my desktop.
Okay, I'm good.
And obviously it's a bit of a hack to try and do a sort of semi-multiplayer session in Train Sim, but it is very much a hack and it's buggy. So if Sam is like moving the mouse and then I hold the shift key, you end up just flying around like that.
Yeah. I think the other problem as well is that I think the computer's only capable of recognising 3 keys being pressed at the same time.
Yeah,
so
it freaks out, doesn't it? Yeah.
If Reese is trying to press, if Reese is like opening or closing the regulator, and then I try putting the injectors on or off, it doesn't always recognise one of the key presses, which means that we can end up thinking the injectors are on when they're off, or vice versa. Or it can make the regulator fly open or fly shut, or it's a bit of an art to get it working, really.
It is very much a hack, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's using Train Sim in a way that it's not meant to be. But until we get something of a multiplayer in any train simulator, then it's just the way we're going to have to do it.
Yep. Can we flick to the other side so I can see numbers? What's that, 6-9?
Yeah.
I suppose I better put some rock on as well.
Water Percy says, doesn't trains have some kind of multiplayer? Yeah, but that's trains, and trains is just...
I always thought trains was a model railway simulator rather than a railway simulator.
I could never get it to work. I could never get it to work. You never know, maybe somebody at some point somebody will get a multiplayer thing working. Right, we're back in a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Shame that Train Sim doesn't model the rocking you get on a Pannier's footplate. Well, it kind of does. If you look at the bunker now, there is a little bit of rocking and rolling. It's subtle, it's not the most in your face. Like, I do understand what you mean, like on a real loco you would be all over the place, wouldn't you?
I think the thing with Train Simulator is it determines the rocking by the roughness of the track rather than by the loco. So if you want it to rock around, you've just got to set the track level to be really rough. But then you run the risk of derailing. So most people just don't bother.
Tommy Stafford says, have we ever tried railroading?
I have, but only for about half an hour.
I haven't actually downloaded it yet, so it has been on my list for a while of one to do. Maybe this year, Sam, we'll look at doing it.
Well, I'm glad you brought up this year because that's reminded me of something. This year it's Railway 200, isn't it?
It is Railway 200 this year.
And we were so full of exciting plans. So are we actually going to do any of these exciting plans?
I don't know.
Are we going to get organised and try and get them scheduled in?
Well, we're certainly going to try and get a few streams scheduled in this year. I want to, increase the amount of streams that we do this time, because last year it didn't go as well to plan at all, really.
No.
I basically ended up just spending the majority of the year training, which is now finished, by the way, for everybody who's interested. I am now at the top of my game. I'm as high as I'm going to go.
And you're driving a loco under the influence?
I'm not under the influence.
You just said you're as high as you're going to go.
Yeah, just, instead of making a coffee, I just had like 16 spliffs. For any railway inspectors who are watching, I didn't.
And for any police officers that are watching...
And I'm definitely not using the handbrake to control the speed.
I am a little bit concerned that we've used like 200, 300 gallons already.
Yeah, but we are blowing off quite a lot. We've basically done exactly the same thing as before, haven't we?
Yeah. So we're not stopping here then?
Yeah. Completely didn't just panic and drop with both anchors.
So now we're really going to be rocking the engine because we're going to have big flats on the wheels.
Yeah, we're going to be jumping up and down.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Oh. Change here at Erdington for, well, wherever else you can go. So that field over. For that field, if you want to get out and go to that field, this is the place to be. Oh, look at that! People have opened the doors.
Oh, you know, it were probably like that when we left the other end.
Probably.
But that's okay, that's a guard problem, not a driver problem. Oh, there's a good tea room here when it's open, apparently.
What, at Erdington?
Apparently.
Oh, okay.
So there you go, everyone who wants a tea, or a coffee, or however many splisseries we're having, this is the station for you. Michael says there's top cake from here.
Oh, you are? I would very much like to go back to the Severn Valley Railway for a gala or something.
It's not the easiest to get to for me, that's the problem.
How far is it from your house? About 2 hours, is it?
Oh no, it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
3 hours?
I went with my dad, we took caravan down with us. I think it took us like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, well, when you're towing a caravan, of course it's going to be longer, but...
Yeah, but it'll still be 3 or 4 hours by car. I'd have to go quite a long-winded way to get onto the motorway.
Oh, from Keighley to Kidderminster. From my house it's about... I think I can do it in 2 hours. Probably, Actually, I reckon I probably did it an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes at a push.
Yeah.
From my house. About to blow off again.
Yeah, Michael's saying about 3 or 4 hours. Either lot or 3/4 of an hour.
Ethan says it's 2.5 hours to 3 hours from Preston.
Also, can we make sure we stop on the side where we can see the what is it?
Thingy-majig.
Yeah. I'm just struggling to keep as much control over it without it.
The Great Westerner is asking what's my favourite Great Western tender engine. Do you know what? I genuinely don't know. It's probably going to have to be a King.
I'd have to go with a manor. I think one of the first Great Western tender locos I remember seeing was Lyddham Manor on the Painting in Dartmouth.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was absolutely beautiful.
That'll be fair. Manor's class, you know, on the Painting in Dartmouth line, they do keep their locos in tip-top condition though.
Yeah. We've gone past the site of the landslip again, Michael reminds us.
Yeah, so guys, we've just gone past the landslip site, so if you do feel like making a donation to the Resilience Fund, the link is in the description below, and Michael, Rail Advent, has just posted a link to it in the chat. So if you can, drop a donation over to the Severn Valley Railway Resilience Fund if you can. Let us know in the chat if you do so. Reese knows. What?
If you make a donation, let us know in the chat so we can keep track
sorry,
of it.
I read that wrong. So I know we've made £75 so far. At least Sam understands what he's saying.
Yeah, I speak Northern.
Hey up.
Hey up, how do? Nah then.
I really can't.
Don't look at his water levels.
You're at 0.62 at the moment in the boiler.
I said don't look.
Don't look. Because we're down at 770 gallons
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah.
Now then, how do?
Hey up.
I can't wait to write your character in Over the Hills more. Just talking like fluent Yorkshire to those bugs.
Oh, it's going to be good, is that? Debagum. Can get a little Railway Children reference in. Get a, I dare say.
So I'm just looking. I wrote a list of things to talk about in the live stream. Stanya Mogul, we've already talked about the Resilience Fund, Severn Valley Railway landslide. Over the hills, Lagan trains. That's basically everything that I put on the list.
I've got one to bring up.
What's that?
Stuff we can do for Railway 200. Ideas we've been having.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, just to get the opinion of people in the chat, we've got a new type of event that we'd like to try. Which we're going to call a Shunting challenge. So we've not quite got all the details worked out yet, but basically what it's going to be is we've got to shunt. So we'll have a route with a good amount of sidings. We'll have to pick wagons up from certain sidings, drop them off in certain sidings, and essentially assemble a train. So we've not quite decided whether this is going to be like a race or like an accuracy challenge, or we've not quite decided how it's going to be ranked yet. But the basic idea is that instead of going on a route and driving from A to B, it's going to be something that will require a little bit more thinking and planning. So that's one thing. What else is there?
There was
Want to get another
London Paddington Shunting challenge.
Yeah.
Pannier power.
Yeah, we did suggest that.
Yeah, I set the Hampton load points already.
Want to get another race or two in. I think it'd be nice if we can try and get a bit of variety in, because it's Railway 200. Personally, I'm not too bothered about modern stuff, but from a Steam point of view, it'd be nice to cover a bit of BR, a bit of industrial, a bit of free grouping, you know, get a bit of variety in. George the Railway Enthusiast wants to know, can we see the Garden Railway drift again? Also, are we stopping?
Yeah, we're stopping, but we gotta go beyond the platform, haven't we? Okay, I take your point. I probably went too far there, but yeah.
Do you want to see if the door's shut when we open them on the
I'm not
platform?
sure what happened there, because I just saw some doors open when we were moving.
Well, my suggestion is that you probably left Bridgnorth whilst they were still boarding.
So there's only one coach with doors open.
Have a look on to the side. Oh, they have shut that door now. But not that one. Oh, no, wait. Oh, there we go.
Not sure why that middle door opened, but yeah.
Well, the AP coaches have individually scripted doors, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So it might have just taken a bit of time to realise that we're on the wrong side. Well, I'm assuming since we're blowing off we're okay for fire.
Yeah, it might be a little bit high, because we're down to 650 gallons already. So we've used
What's the water level on?
0.79.
Do you want to just check the injectors again and make sure that there's only one on?
Yeah, there is.
So, down at the bottom there. Yeah, there's only one on.
I don't know how
And
we've
it is
used
in-
half the water again.
Yep.
I don't know how on earth that's happened. I'm going to watch this live stream back and just try and figure out how we've lost all the water.
I mean, we are injecting, but it's been pretty much continuously injecting.
So we're now on the way from Hampton, Loade to Hayley. We shouldn't need to set any points for Hayley. Yeah, one of the challenges that we were discussing the other day was the 1500 and Pannier tank station pilot challenge. So
Yes.
running on the London Paddington route between Old Oak Common and London Paddington Station. So you'd have a couple of trains in the platforms and a couple of trains in the sidings at Old Oak Common. And the idea is you've got to be the first to prepare so many formations.
Oh, that'd be why, Reese.
What?
You know when you said you opened the blower earlier?
Oh, the blower was on full blast, was it?
That'd be why we've been blowing off continuously.
Whoops. Oopsie.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's one mystery solved. But yeah, so this Paddington Shunting Challenge. Idea is we'd have a scenario set up and we'd have a set of work instructions that go with a scenario. So the work instructions would say, you know, like give an order of working, as it were. Say this stock needs to go here, this stock needs to go there, that train needs splitting, that one needs putting together. So you'd have all that to do. Like I say, I think we just need to refine the details of how we would score it. You know, whether it'd be you've got a timetable to work to and you've got to keep to that, or whether it'd be you've got to do it as quick as possible and you gain, you know, you lose points for how long it takes, or you gain points for how long it takes, or...
And the thing we were thinking about was opening it up to everybody rather than it just being us. So we would make the scenario, then in the event page, say a week before the live stream, we would give out the scenario and say this is what we're going to be playing. So if you want to race alongside or play alongside, you'd be more than welcome to. And then ideally we'd all be driving a different loco, so you'd have the scenario from us with the same coaches, but you choose your own engine. And the idea is, I guess, I'm assuming it would basically be a time trial.
I think it would be a time trial, yeah. But I think it would be a time trial, but there would also be penalties for mistakes.
Yeah.
So the idea is, it's not just about doing it in a timely fashion, but it's about doing it right. So if you split the wrong carriage and put the wrong carriage in the wrong place, like you'd be penalised for it.
Yeah.
Either that, or you would have to go back and reassemble it properly. Where is all the water going?
We're down to 500 gallons and we're not even at Arley.
But the boiler water level doesn't really seem to be going up that much.
I think we might very well have the indistinguished honour of being rescued by a diesel. Unless we take the standard 5 for a run.
Well, if we get to Bewdley, there are watering facilities at Bewdley.
Oh, we could. Yeah, we need. That's a good point. So that's a few more saved. But also, we could get the Pannier Mogul to come and rescue us.
Yeah. Well, we're under 500 gallons.
So we're nearly at Arley. We've got to get to Arley and then Bewdley on 500 gallons. I think that's more doable than what we did before.
We should manage it.
I mean, now that we've shut the blower and stopped blowing off like crazy, then that's probably helped.
One, I can hear you talking again, which is a bonus.
I'm surprised at that, because normally you hate me talking.
No comment.
Yeah, there we go. Mike says, think you could load up a scenario on the Keighley-Worth Valley with 20 wagons on the main line in different company colours. Each station needs a colour and time trial based. Okay, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah. I like the idea of having different colours.
Also,
in fact,
the
actually,
red wagons go to Oxenholme and the blue ones go to Ingro and stuff like that.
I tell you what, if you're taking the red ones to Oxenholme from Keighley, you've got a hell of a trek.
Yeah.
If you're taking them to Oxenholme, it's not so bad.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Where's Oxenholme?
Oxenholme on the West Coast Main Line.
Oh, right. There you are, chaps. I don't know geography.
But yeah, so I had a go at something similar actually on Glennet Creations Island of Sodor route on the Great Western, Little Western line. At the docks at the end. And all I did was I put down a few pre-made consists of wagons from various Caledonia Works packs, and I took the LMY Pug and I decided to use the available siding space to rearrange them all, and that were actually quite fun, and it is surprisingly time consuming. But what I did with that was I looked at what was in the consist and I thought, well, I've got a couple of wagons with tractors on. Oh dear. I've got a couple of wagons with tractors on, and I've got a handful of cattle wagons, so I thought, okay, I'll split all the consists up. I'll put all the cattle wagons and the tractor wagons together, and then it makes like a train to go to a farm.
Oh yeah.
So I did that, assembled it all, and then took it off to station and chucked it in goods yard. And this were only making up one set, and I think it were about maybe about 8 or 9 wagons. It wasn't a lot, but this took like nearly 2 hours.
Why is there a
Because-
guy like mostly naked standing there?
Is that you when you go to the Severn
Yeah,
Valley?
this is just me when I go to the... I tell you what, that's actually quite a compliment, because look at that raging six-pack. Look at them abs. If you think that looks like me when I go to a heritage railway, I'm going to take that as a compliment, actually. I was going to say, if you see a big hairy guy with a big beer belly and covered in scars, yeah, that's me. People are going to get the wrong idea that I got distracted by a very scantily clad man with very magnificent abs.
So we got to Hailey, and then
Shenanigans happened.
Reese hopped off the loco and like, hey, like your swimming trunks, mate.
It's them abs, it's them screaming abs that do it for me. He goes to the gym, I'm telling you. Right,
Hannah's going to be questioning this so much if she ever watches this back.
Mate, she's questioning me every day. There's nothing new. The other thing, I was complete change of subject now. I've really started liking the bee whistles.
Yeah?
Because like normally I do the spacebar whistle, which is this really long blast. But now I've started liking the... Like the... But it's not going to do it.
Which one is it on here as well? Is it V maybe?
The quick tap. Oh.
Yeah, so...
The low pitch whistle. Ralph, stop playing with your whistle.
It's the best thing about a Great Western loco. You can play on Ilkley Moor Bar Tat on it.
Mike says, isn't it the B whistle? No, because B whistle is like the short blast. I mean, is it
again?
Is it shift and V, or is it just
this
V?
This is something that differs between loco developers. So some of them use space on its own is almost always the long whistle. Sometimes you've got control and space for a short whistle. Sometimes you've got B for a short whistle. If it's a Great Western loco, you've got two whistles, so it's normally space and control space for one whistle, and then B and control B for the other. But on the Victory Works loco, space is the long whistle.
There's a lovely little playground there that is not actually modelled, but is there.
So that was space whistle, which was just a quick tap. That's the B whistle. That's the V whistle. That's also the V whistle. So the V whistle is just like a space whistle in that you press it and hold it, but the V whistle will give you a short blast if you just tap it, whereas the space one doesn't. So there we go, that's a guide to whistles.
Let's open her up.
How much water have we got?
497 gallons.
No, at the top, is that 0.8?
0.64.
Oh, 0.6. Yeah, we'll stick some in then.
So just while we're going along, did anybody else make a donation to the Severn Valley Railway Relief Fund? If anyone has, just let me know so that we can add it to our total. I believe Chris donated 25 and Ethan has donated 50. So far we've made £75 for the Severn Valley Relief Fund, which is pretty good going. I'm quite happy with that.
Yep.
Although it doesn't come anywhere close to the last live stream that we did for charity, which was, what was it, 2,500 or 2,600?
Yeah, that was, we got quite a lot on that one. But we did advertise that a bit more in advance. We had more people attending. It was a full day stream. It was a bigger event.
It was.
And a lot of that donation was down to one incredibly generous individual.
It was, wasn't it? The Kiwi lad.
Yep.
I couldn't believe, like, at one point we were going along and it's just like, oh, by the way, someone's donated like 750 quid. And I was like, you what?
Yeah.
I remember when Mike said it, he put in the chat, guys, someone's just donated like 700 quid. I was like, you're joking, right?
Yep.
No, he did it. Yeah, Mike did say we had at least a week of promotion before, and we had 6 hours with this one.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, I will admit, this was a bit more of an impromptu one. I mean, let's be fair, the landslide only happened 2 days ago, so, you know,
Yeah.
we couldn't have done much more. But at the same time, it was a very last minute thing, you know?
Yep.
Better a little bit than nothing, I suppose. Plus, people can always donate when the live stream's over. You know, the links are all in the chat and all.
That is true. We'll have to, when we're done, we'll have to have a look at calendars and whatnot and try and plan out when we can actually be available to do streams.
Yeah, after the live stream, I'll load up the calendar.
And then we can have a plan of what we can do, and we can get some promotion done in advance.
Yeah. The thing is, I tried it, but of course, like, it just didn't work out. But I'm hoping this year will be a bit different.
Aye. I mean, I'm available most Fridays. Friday night is streaming night.
So we got a few PLD locos coming up for streaming. I'd like to go back and stream some of the others, you know, that haven't been streamed so much. So
yeah.
Pretty much anything in the PLD range I want to live stream. So we've got the Duke Dog coming up, and then of course the Halls. There's a new Hall pack in development.
I think the Duke Dog on the Cambrian coast would be nice.
Do you know what? I loaded up the Cambrian coastline and it just didn't... It looked like nobody had actually done any work on it.
Oh?
So I don't know if I just loaded up in the wrong place or something. But it just, honestly, it looked like nobody had actually developed it. Maybe I was just missing lots of assets or something. But
could have been. I've run it a few times and it's not too bad a route.
maybe it's just I did something wrong there. Maybe I'll have a look after.
Yeah.
Ethan says he's checking the Six Nations score. Go on, tell us, Ethan. I haven't actually been tracking the Six Nations at all. Let's see what's the score right now, or who's playing.
Let me stick some rock on while you're nosing at that.
We got half a mile to Arley. Oh, okay. Now I'm not happy. France are beating Wales. So, yeah, see, this is why I gave up watching rugby.
See, the problem is, as an Englishman, I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, Wales
Because
getting
on
its
one
arse
hand,
handed to it.
well, as an Englishman, it's, you know, proud and traditional to hate the French.
It's just, it's a national
But then it's
pastime.
also, yeah, but then it's also, you know, like, heritage and traditional to hate the Welsh, and the Scottish, and the Irish.
I think the English and the Welsh have a love-hate relationship, don't they? They
Well-
love to hate each other.
Yeah. But I think it's the same with England and everyone else in the UK.
England and everyone
It's
else
like-
in the world, mate. It's just...
Well, yeah. Yeah. But it's okay because we don't have to worry too much because America's taking a lot of the heat off England.
Yeah, America is getting a lot of the flack right now, aren't they?
Deservedly so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Any Americans watching, you know where you stand. Speaking of America, did you see that plane crash in Washington? Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. That was mad. It's
unfortunately.
It's a real tragedy, but, you know, couldn't believe it.
Unfortunately, the world we live in relies heavily on technology, and while that technology is very good, It's only as good as the people that are behind it, and inevitably people make mistakes no matter how careful they are.
Yeah. I'd love to see,
you know,
sorry, just on a complete side note, I'd love to see a version of this route where Arley is done up to be Hatley. Like complete,
that's a modification project for someone.
complete with the houses on the side
Yep.
and Harry Lambert in the signal box screaming abuse at you as you go past.
I've got to admit, when I went to the Severn Valley, I paid particular attention to this station, specifically because of her Dr. Beeching.
Oh, I made a specific stop at Arley because of the show.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of them stations, like if it wasn't for the TV show, I probably never would have stepped foot on the platform.
Yeah.
Whereas because it's become so prominent as Hatley, yeah, it's just, you fall in love with it, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get a chance to signal stop. But yeah, we didn't get a chance to get off and have a look because unfortunately with the train failing in the morning, it kind of screwed up his day a bit with timings. But I had a nosy when we were going past and I thought, it's incredible because the platforms are the same.
Yeah.
But you would not tell from the yard that it's the same place.
Oh no, the yard, it was completely
it looks
different, wasn't it?
So different. So different.
Like if we just take a little moment here just to go have a little nosy, like if you... Oh, hang on, let me have the camera a sec.
You should have it.
Like if I stand right here now, this is a classic sort of scene from the filming. And then looking this way down there.
Yeah, under the bridge.
But then you sort of go this way, and there was a couple of shots filmed. Like here, I think they carried a coffin through here somewhere, or was it here? They carried a coffin through here.
Yeah, and then if you have a look to the other side, there were a load of wagons inside in there. But then this here, where this siding...
I don't know about this concrete thing. I think this is just like the way the route has been built in Train Sim. But yeah, the houses for O Dr. Beeching were right here, where this siding
is. Yeah.
And you know what? The way they made them, the first time I visited the Severn Valley, and I looked, and I was like, "Where's the houses?" And it was only when I spoke to someone in the station, they said they were made of wood, and I was like, "That's incredible that they made them look that realistic."
Yep.
Just to be a film prop, you know.
And it's the surrounding scenery as well. But you know, because it's like on the top of a hill, and from filming you couldn't tell that when you look at all the filming. It looks like it's all flat around.
The other thing as well is, I don't know how much they did, but like, with it being a heritage railway, there's all things like this. Fences and picnic benches and... Do you know what I mean? Like the stuff that makes it an actual tourist attraction. It's not just a railway station.
Yeah.
It's an actual... It's got all things modern. Like, look, that's very modern paving going up here. So it wouldn't have had something like that in BR days. But they took it all away for the filming. It actually looked like a BR station.
It was a really big job.
I've only just noticed this sign. I don't know why I haven't noticed that before. There's all these little details hidden around. Tom's cabin. I'd love to see this route developed a bit further.
You might do, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mind you, as we know with Train Simulator, unless you're doing it for a living, everything moves at a very slow pace.
Yeah.
Regardless of who's doing it.
I don't know why the brakes are taking so long to come off. Oh, because we got no boiler pressure, that's why.
Well, someone's been flying around and I can't see all the...
Oh, yeah, blame me.
Yeah.
I have no control over the mouse or keyboard now. Great.
Well, I haven't touched it on my end, so neither do I.
Right, something's happened then. Oh dear, we're in trouble. Parsecs being... Right. We can't get back in the cab, chaps. Every time I try to get back in the cab... Oh, okay, there we are. The train sim gremlins have turned up.
Again.
Yeah, we're losing vacuum pressure. Oh, it's going up very slowly.
It's because I've just whacked the blower on full. Yeah, Michael raises a point there with the speed of train sim stuff. In my case, nothing for a month and then an entire reskin in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like the Pannier tank one, which I did the Pannier tank one in less than a day. After months of doing nothing, and then pop, just like that. Great Western Productions asking, do any Stanier portholes exist in game? Set L is what the Pannier tank ran mostly with last year. I believe there are some portholes, but I think they're only in BR livery. I think there's an old Matrix Trains pack on the marketplace somewhere.
Michael's just plugging your pack there.
Yeah, I know. Good lad, Michael.
Right, we've taken off the vacuum.
Yep.
So
Yeah, for anyone who's watching, have a look in the chat. If you fancy going and downloading a Pannier tank that's not green or black, check out the link.
Racist.
Did you know it's free?
I still haven't downloaded it. I'm gonna have a look at it.
I do need to do an update for it. Only a couple of minor things, but... Yeah, fun fact, the decal on that Pannier tank is the first decal I made up for Train Simulator.
Is it?
Yep. And I made it entirely by hand,
Nice.
pixel by pixel.
Ethan says remember to turn the blower off.
Yep.
Oh great, I can't move the keyboard now.
I was shutting the blower, it should be okay now. Water Percy, yes, this is Train Sim Classic.
Ben's done a fantastic pack. Hang on, I'll get my words right eventually. He's done a fantastic job with this bag. He does.
He's done a fanny-tastic job.
There's that house I was on about. That house that must be like £3 million. It's enormous. Me and my wife, we went past on the train, and we were like, oh, we would love a house like that. It's got one of the best views in the entire world as well, sitting right next to Victoria Bridge.
Yeah.
I bet the people that own that house are absolutely minted as well.
Probably gotta be.
I know we're supposed to be driving a train and all that, but look at it. This property, honestly, if you ever go on the Severn Valley, look at this house. And I always think...
Just put into the people of the chat, if we do run out of water, blame Reese for house shopping.
I'm going to look on Rightmove, or was it Purple Bricks, and see how much it's valued at. I got no idea what the speed limit is on this bridge. Oh, 15, we're good.
Have we got the points set for next station?
Yeah, all the way to Bewdley.
Righto.
George the railway enthusiast says that on his route, Great Central, the platform assets don't load in. Well, it's probably because you haven't got whatever assets pack that that's from. So you'll have to look in the README file to see which routes you need or which packs you need for that particular route. Everyone's saying we need to give some power. We have plenty of pressure, but we don't have water. That's the problem with it.
I was going to say, can you just check to make sure that we are actually injecting?
I think we are. It sounds like we are.
Give us a second.
Yeah, you are. Slowly.
Yep.
Regulator through the roof, we're about to blow off, apparently.
It's funny you say that, because every time you open the reg, you actually make the boiler pressure go pyow.
As it should be.
Yep.
I find
Opening the reg.
PLD locos are the only locos that seem to actually do that.
Yes.
You open the reg full and your boiler pressure just skyrockets. Because of
Which it does, because it's drawing all the air through your fire. And your exhaust on your engine is much more effective at doing that than your blower is. I tell you what, Reese, I've not had to do a lot of shovelling since we turned the blower off.
Oh, it's funny though. I do wonder, maybe that was what the problem was when we started off as well.
Could be.
I might have to watch the live stream back.
Yeah.
We're approaching Northwood Halt. Are we going to stop?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, we stopped to set someone down earlier. They'll have to make their own way back.
They'll have to call a taxi now.
Yeah. They had the chance. If they wanted a return trip, they should have stayed on the train. We've also not checked the timetable in ages.
No, I've given up with the timetable because we weren't following it back.
Ah, steady sailing.
Oop, bit of a bump there.
Michael says, I've given up with a timetable. You sound like you're on train one of a steam gala.
Literally the first service of any gala. I give up.
First loco off shed. We had a good one on Worth Valley once when we were in Young Persons Group. We were at Ingro. We were at a steam gala. And we didn't have a clue what were happening. We didn't know what locos were going where or anything. I think they cancelled a couple of shuttle services, which is what they try and do to claw back time. So in end, we just got the fingerboard for next train. We just got out the chalkboard and we just wrote on it on one side, whatever turns up, and on the other side, whatever arrives. We just gave up with the whole, next train's going here, there or wherever, because we just didn't know. That might have been the year we had Sir Keith Park visit.
Was it?
Well, that particular loco, being a Bullied Light Pacific, don't get on too well with hills.
No.
It especially don't get on too well with hills in the wet. It especially don't get on well with hills in the wet when the sanders either aren't working or I've used up all the sand.
It's funny. I went to West Somerset Railway Gala, and it was when Braunton first returned to steam,
Yep.
and they were running her in just a few days before the gala, but she didn't have her smoke deflectors fitted.
Yeah.
And then the gala came along, and they still hadn't fitted the deflectors. But we were going behind it. I think we didn't really want to go behind Braunton, but we had to get on that train to connect to another service.
Yeah.
She failed at Crowcombe and Heathfield on the West Somerset Railway,
Yep.
which is the second station along from Bishop's Lydiard.
Yep.
So they ended up bringing the S160 up from Bishop's Lydiard,
Yep.
which was basically light engine, came up to Crowcombe and Heathfield, coupled up to us. Sorry, that's wrong. It had its own train, and it had Braunton and Braunton's train. So it was like a double-length train just as far as Willerton, where
Yep.
they had to separate them and do a shunt.
Yep.
I think they brought up a loco, or they were double-heading another opposite way service. So they ended up swapping or punting Braunton into the sidings at Willerton, swapping the locos round. But listening to the S160, oh, it was insane.
You know, to say S160s were built cheap and cheerful and with an intended working life of about 5 minutes, they are actually pretty decent locos when they're working right.
I would
We had,
say if you did like a poll or something on what loco was the best value for money, you know, I guess per ton of material that was used to make it, the S160 probably would be hands down the best value for money, or maybe even like the Hun's Austerity. But I would say
the
big,
Hun's Austerity would be probably the top.
for a shunting engine, definitely.
Well, all I would say with a Hun's argument is the most numerous class of big railway locomotive is Bullied Pacifics, which I think was about 30 or so Bullied Pacifics preserved, something like that. However, that pales in comparison to the Hun's Austerity, which has about 80 or so members preserved.
How many of them were made in total? Was it about 600?
Loads of them.
Yeah.
But I do believe it's the most numerous preserved class of steam locomotive in the world.
And that wouldn't surprise me.
But they were literally just... It was the pinnacle of cheap and efficient shunting engine.
Was it Arley's design as well, the Austerity?
Well, kind of.
I know he was in charge of like the department that was responsible.
I was going to say, I think the WD280 and 210s were Riddles. I'm not sure the Huns that one were, because Huns that already had a load of designs, and I think it was just a development on those standard designs. Have we set the points right?
Yeah. I never have a clue if the signal is correct, because that looks wrong to me. I don't know if it's just me.
Well, the points look right.
The points look right, but the signals don't, do they?
Yeah, it's a funny one.
Ethan says it's correct. Michael says, is
Yeah.
that for platform 1 and 2?
I'd imagine the shunt signal would be for the other side.
I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just going to say we've got one that's gone down, so it looks about right.
We have a green signal, which means we can go regardless of which way we're going.
It doesn't matter which one, we've got a green, so that's fine. Left is platform 3, right is platform 2, and the shunts is platform 1. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So we're going into platform 2, which is the right one, I guess, because
Well, if we
the Stania
if we do
Mogul
it
is
wrong-
in platform 3.
if we do it wrong, we're going in on the back of a Stania Mogul.
It's the best place to go into a Stania Mogul.
Hey! Is that 0.62 or 0.82 on the water level?
0.6.
Yeah. I'll leave the injector on.
Ask the signalman, but we can't ask the signalman because he is digital.
In fact, since we're going to be taking on water here,
We're just going to chuck some water in.
I'll put the other injector on as well.
Callum is in the chat. Callum, you still live in Bewdley, don't you, Callum? We're going past Callum's house right now, so let's just throw some tomatoes at that window. Yeah, boo sucks. I don't know if he still lives in Bewdley. He certainly used to. He's just said we're on his local line, so it might be. See, I don't get it. There was a shunt signal on the signal post, but that shunt signal is controlling this point anyway.
Yeah,
I don't understand signalling.
which is great coming from the driver of the Loco.
It's like being on a commercial airliner and the pilot makes an announcement and says, I really wish I paid more attention at flight school.
It's more like your pilot coming on and going, I don't know what these lights on the runway mean, but we're going to go anyway.
I mean, this light says taxiway, but we're going to try taking off on it. It looks long enough. Oh, there you are. He lives in Shifno, which is about 12 miles from Bridgnorth.
Reese, don't get distracted, we've got to stop in the right place.
We're going to come to a stop right next to the Stania Mogul.
I'm not even going to make any sort of comment, despite really wanting to. Go on, see if it works.
Please work.
Hey!
Yep, pouring water
I'm not
in
sure
through
that's
the
where the
dome,
water goes, but
but it's working.
we'll
It's
check
working. It doesn't matter if it's working.
We'll
It
check
works. That's what I've learned with Train Sim is if it works is more important.
Yep.
It doesn't look right, but if it works, then don't complain. Our thirsty Pannier is having a drink, everyone. Starry Night 09 is a signalman on the Severn Valley. Right, I'm in trouble then. Here we go. I am in big trouble by the sound of it, because I've probably broken like 5 rules there. That shunt signal that you passed is running dummy signal due to the station being a mini block section. That is Bewdley North's section signal to allow it into the block. And I'm assuming that if anyone here understands signaling, you'll understand what he's on about, because I don't. All I know is train goes puff puff.
Yeah, sounds about right. Give us a second to finish this, I'll have a look and I'll try and make some sense of it.
George the Enthusiast says, what is the 7714's preference, Coke or Pepsi? Well, I think she's having a Diet Coke because she's got a big ball coming up in a few weeks. She doesn't want to put on can't take on too many calories.
Are we at 0.92?
0.92, yeah.
Oh, good.
Chris has returned from the airport. Hello, Chris. Welcome back. So for Starry Night 09, I just want to say a massive apology for the general incompetence that we've shown running on your local line. So don't judge us too much. We've tried our best, and I think we haven't blown up the Pannier yet. We've almost done it twice, but we haven't done it yet. So Sam's just filling up to boiler. I'm going to take some screenies.
My understanding of that is that due to signalling blocks and whatnot, It's basically saying that you can make a mini block out of it. So you can control the line between that signal at the start points and then that second set of points.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to squish a loco in there or something,
Oh,
say
okay,
if you
so I suppose they used to move locos around in Bewdley, didn't they?
I was going to say, if you wanted to run a loco around from platform 3 and you wanted to run it round in platform 2, you'd be able to take it off, run it past that signal, but not out of the signal at the other end.
Yeah.
I think that's my understanding of it.
Mike
I'm sure
said,
I'll be
"Where is
corrected
my
if I'm
lamp
wrong."
gone?" Apparently our lamp's fallen off, Sam.
I bet that was when we had that funny turn up at Arley.
So we've left a lamp somewhere on the line. We put our backup one on.
It's funny you mention that because that's the plot of an Over the Hills episode.
It is.
So there you go, spoilers folks.
Bewdley has a mini absolute block section between Bewdley boxes, the station. Bewdley North to Arley is the electronic token section. Bewdley South to Kidderminster is acceptance lever. Once upon a time, Bewdley was rife with crime from the dockers who worked along the Severn.
What do you mean, once upon a time?
I'd be very impressed if you could get ships up to Bewdley on the River Severn.
Have you ever heard of the Vikings?
Oh yeah, they didn't give a crap, did they? They just sailed up the Ouse all the way.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
dear.
right, they sailed up the Ouse
Oh
as far
dear, oh
as...
dear.
What's up?
You've got the cylinder cocks open, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, we're priming now, are we?
Massively.
Excellent, that's what I like to hear. Oh well, I hope...
Well, at least we've got water. First time I've had the boiler filled up.
Well, since we started the live stream.
Yeah.
It's the first time the boiler has actually been full.
Yep.
So for all the passengers waiting on the platform, sorry but you're about to get wet. Let's just check the...
You know what this is? This is Great Western and LMS rivalry, isn't it?
Well, we're going to...
Yeah, we're just going to prime all over Lestania Mogul, yeah.
Absolutely, that's the way. That's how it should be. What's the speed limit? 10 mile an hour.
Well, seeing as we've abandoned the timetable and ignored the signalling and buggered up the loco, I suppose the speed limit's whatever you want it to be.
Well, technically, the speed limit here, I believe, on an empty coaching stock run can be 50. I'm sure Starry Night can confirm or deny that, but I'm pretty sure it's 50 mile an hour between Bewdley and Kidderminster because there's a network rail upgraded the line so they could do testing or something. Let's see, Bewdley to Kidderminster is certified up to 60. Oh, okay. There you go. Well, since Starry Night has confirmed it, do you think we should?
No, because then as soon as we get to the other end, we'd be getting a rollicking off management.
Sam, we've basically disregarded the timetable twice. We've nearly blown up the loco twice.
Yeah.
And we've stopped to have, I don't know how many breaks to just go and take pictures instead of keeping to the timetable.
So let's not get in any more trouble.
We're already in the management's office as soon as we get to Kidderminster.
I mean, we could just not go to Kidderminster.
Or should we just turn right now and go to Stonebridge instead? Or Stourport?
Yeah, what?
Or should we just, I know, at Kidderminster we'll just go onto the main line, should we? And just head off down the main line.
I don't fancy getting told off when we get to Kidderminster, do you?
Well, we're just going to go off to the main line, are we? Oh, you can't do it, mate. Look, I don't think you can actually set the points to go onto the main line from where we are. think he's trying
Well,
to
there
find
is
a
a
way.
will. There is a way.
He's only gone and done it. Looks like we're going mainline, lads. I'm pretty sure the one just behind it. 'Cause that's a siding. Yep, we're off to Kidderminster town.
If in doubt,
So
run away.
Instead of owning up and facing the consequences of our negligence, we're gonna run away. That's the plan, is it?
It'll be fine until we run out of water.
Yeah, but we've just taken on water, so we got a long way
Exactly,
to
we've
run
got
away.
water to do it.
We're running away to the Keighley and Worth Valley, lads.
Oh, duty officer tends to stay in Bewdley. Once you leave station limits, go ham, according to Starry Night. Ah, there we go, sorted.
Open the reg and we basically unofficially become mainline certified.
Yeah, there we go. In fact, do you know what? We've prepared for this situation.
Have we?
We have.
How have we prepared? Oh, there we go. High intensity light.
There we are. That's it, we're mainline certified now.
There we go. Alright, we don't have AWS, we don't have TPWS, we don't have God knows whatever else you need now.
We've got a high intensity lamp, that'll do.
Maximum flash. It's time to annoy the Office of Rail Regulation by running an engine on the main line without a mainline ticket. Who needs
Michael's
a mainline
asking for
ticket?
express lamp code, so you know what? Before we get in this tunnel,
We'll
I
do
can
it,
one up.
maybe.
I can one up that. Control shift.
You've got to be quick.
Yeah, and
We're
it will
about
be.
to go in the tunnel.
There we are.
Oh, so we're a royal train now.
Well, if we are a royal train, the police wouldn't think to come after us, would they?
So we're basically pretending we've got the king on board so that we can escape punishment.
Yes. That's exactly what we're doing.
So much for the virtual footplate runs being our sensible runs.
Well, we did it sensible going the other way, come on.
Apart
And we've
from it
established
arriving
that
with
half of the
30
people are
gallons,
watching
yeah.
to see us fail.
Apparently we can do 45 mile an hour.
Do you know what, Reese? Yeah, let's just rag it.
I am ragging it. Probably give her a little bit more than that, I suppose. Apparently perishable goods has higher priority than the Royal Train in terms of priority of expresses.
I mean, perishable goods would be a pretty accurate description of us driving, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If they weren't perishable before, they will be when we're done with them.
Go on. Should we end this sensibly?
I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's a virtual footplate run. We've had a bit of fun.
Deck isn't at mainline station.
Let's end it properly. I do like some kind of competence. I know we were messing around, but let's just shut the red plate down.
Does everyone else remember that time we did the virtual footplate run with Bahamas, and when we got to the end of the line, Reese was determined to open the reg fully?
Well, I didn't exactly succeed, did I? Sam's determined to crash this Pannier, guys. Sam's overridden my controls.
Look, me and Michael have got personal beef against this particular loco.
Why have you got beef against the 7714?
I explained it earlier on in the stream, but I'll recap for anyone who missed it. 50th anniversary gala, and this particular loco set off a particularly huge line-side fire that me and Michael spent a very long time trying to put out.
Oh, Robert Blanchard has just donated $10 and said insert unintelligible chat. Well, thank you for that super chat. That's fantastic. I will add that to the money that Chris has donated for donating to the Severn Valley Railway Relief Fund. So what have we got?
We're up to £85 now.
Well, it was £75 and then $10 on top.
Yeah.
We are going to end... I do want to end this live stream by succeeding. I just feel like 2 times we nearly blown her up with running out of water. Let's do it properly.
Well, as long as we don't crash.
Sam, I can see that you haven't injected for a while. Is that your plan? You're going to run her dry?
No?
Hey, look at that trampoline.
Trampoline.
Robert Blanchard has just donated another $20 and said it's British Railways Mr. C. Every little helps. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. $20 more. So I don't even know what we've made now in terms of the donations for the Severn Valley Railway, but
we're up to 105, but that's not including for conversion factors. So we're up to £75 and $30.
Let's just Google it very quickly. What's $30 in Great British pounds? £24.19. So we're pretty much up to 100 quid for the Severn Valley Railway.
Aye.
The injectors aren't doing anything.
Yeah, I know.
You stop caring, don't you?
Well, we're nearly there, aren't we?
Yeah, but we got to get to the platform. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, I'll be right.
So guys, I think Sam is actually trying to sabotage the end of the live stream here. Not entirely sure
I'm
what he's
doing no
doing.
such thing. I just don't want to stick a load of coal on to go like 200 metres. If we were really sabotaging it, I'd be spamming the G button about now.
Just making sure.
I love how you go and check. You have so little faith in me, Reese.
Oh, come on, I don't want to give it up just at the station front. Bree, the Floydian Circle has just donated £5, said why not, it's payday. Thank you very much, Callum. That's ever so kind of you, so we're now up to £105 for the Resilience Fund for the Severn Valley Railway. That's absolutely fantastic. Sam, we're running out of steam.
Yeah, I'll be right.
That looks like it. That's all she's got to give. We didn't make it, everybody.
We've not stopped yet.
Is this a standard Keighley and Worth Valley tactic that you're so tight on coal that you just like enter a station at 2 miles an hour rather than put extra coal on?
Well, there's no point wasting coal. It's expensive nowadays.
It's not even real coal, is it?
Well, that's not the point. I wouldn't shut off the injectors, Reese. We've only got 0.28 in the boiler.
I'm just trying to figure out why they're not actually injecting.
Probably because we've not got enough steam. I mean, we are down to like 90 psi in the boiler.
Oh no. How did that happen? I checked the points. Oh dear. And we're going into the bay anyway, so stuff it.
Well, we were running ECS.
Flying Scotsman Production says he's going to give a £5 note to the Severn Valley Railway. Are you doing it to the into the fund itself? Right, we're going to pull up next to the Standard 5.
Apparently we're approaching a service. How close are we pulling up to the Standard 5, Reese?
I was going to pull her up here. There we go then. We made it back to Kidderminster.
See, she didn't blow up.
Only just. But she's not injecting, is she?
Well, no, but that's because she's got no steam, but that'll come back. You know what, Michael's got a point. We only need to get one door on the platform, we've got corridor stock.
Hang on a minute, I'm trying to uncouple.
Oh, don't do that.
Why? Why is a reg? Are you driving?
No. Definitely not.
I think the reg is stuck open, is it? There we go then, chaps. I was going to uncouple and take her up into the head shunt.
Technicoach is with us. If we get one door on the platform, people can get off and we've succeeded.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean, yeah. Is that point set? So we're just going to pull at least one carriage up to the into the platform, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's
We haven't even got enough steam to pull the brakes off.
we're getting there, we're getting there.
Well, thank you everybody for coming and joining us tonight. We've made a fair bit of money. £110 for the Severn Valley Relief Fund. Once again, if you do decide to donate to the Severn Valley Railway, the link is in the description below. We really do appreciate anything you could give. Obviously, the Severn Valley Railway is having quite a tough time with the landslide they've just experienced. So anything you can give to help them out would be appreciated. And I'm really happy that we've, done our little bit. And if lots more people do little things like this, it'll help. I mean, £100, £100, isn't it? It's
Yep.
just a little bit extra.
If everyone who watches puts in a fiver, even if it's something small, that soon adds up. And that makes it worthwhile.
Right, the brakes are off. Should we see if we can move?
Yeah, full reg it.
These injectors are still not working.
I'll pick up when we get boiler pressure back up again.
Oh, I think they're just starting to work. Yeah, they're just starting to work, Sam.
Reese!
Who did that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was
That
heart-stopping.
was good.
And I would say that by a technicality, we can't open a door for some reason, but I think it's because we're just the way the route is. But
Well, I don't know, it could be...
I mean, technically, you could put a gangway down and you could walk across that gangway.
We've got one coach in the platform,
So,
which means people can get on and off.
so by a technicality, we've made it
We've made it.
a full return trip to Kidderminster.
Happy days.
Right
We
then.
are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Right then, chaps. We're going to call it an end to the live stream right there. I'm just going to take a picture just to prove that we did make it. And I'm also going to end the live stream tonight by jumping to the standard 4, and apparently the whistle doesn't work. Well, that's interesting. The whistle of the standard 4 does not work. Can we do anything here?
I don't think anything works, Reese. Oh,
She's a dead loco. She's not happy. Oh well, we'll just have a whistle from the Pannier tank instead. Thank you ever so much for joining, everybody. Rate, comment, like and subscribe. And head on over to the Severn Valley Relief Fund. And we'll see you again real soon. Thank you very much for joining.
that boiler's full again.
Oh, we've got water in the boiler now at last. That's good. Good night, everybody.
Bye!